For me, the most gangster thing that he said was, "I'm sorry, I did that. I don't remember.
I don't remember. Yeah,
but if I did do that,
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
You know, I was telling my missus, how can you say that? And then I remember the one time that I've been drunk. And between...
You've been drunk?
Yeah, I've said this story before.
I swear only Wahala's been drunk. You've been drunk.
I was drunk. Webslinger was there.
Was Webslinger drunk as well?
No, that's another time. That's the time that he was drunk and I wasn't drunk. And he did something.
I didn't do that.
You can't remember.
Everybody keeps saying I did it. I did not do it.
The way that they say that you didn't do whatever you did means you did it.
You know what they say?
What did you not do?
I didn't vomit in the bed. I didn't do it.
No, that's not the one, fam.
What was the one?
Oh my
Go
God.
on.
I'm sorry.
Staff?
The doo-doo on the windowsill.
Someone shot on the windowsill. Yeah. That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Hold on.
Yeah, because that's the story going around Hackney, bruv. That's the story going around.
I shot on the windowsill. That wasn't me.
I think Tom said it. Tom was there as well, wasn't he?
That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I'm wholeheartedly saying that was not me.
Tom said he saw you, bro.
No. Fuck that. Tom said didn't see shit. That wasn't me.
Yes, but he did see shit.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I was good, but it wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Yo.
Don't worry, I'll ask it.
Hey, yo.
I'll ask it during the podcast. I'm not even going to say that now.
You should always ask it during the podcast.
Don't worry. Okay,
Always.
Okay.
Hey, yo. Yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to another episode of the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we don't say hello to crackheads, you know.
No, I don't say hello to crackheads.
Why not?
This man's scratching his face. There's something you don't know about me. I smoke rocks. Do you remember that sketch?
Joe Rogan.
Just something you don't know about. I smoke rocks. You've never seen that?
Was that a play on the Thriller?
No, it was Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, but I can't remember exactly what it was.
When it was Fear Factor.
And he was a crackhead.
Yeah, I can't remember.
And he has
I remember the character.
Testicles or whatever.
Yeah, testicles. I smoke rocks, Joe
My
Rogan.
feet are strong. Remember when he was going over the fire?
Yeah, over the coat. My feet are strong, Joe Rogan. I smoke rocks.
I smoke rocks.
I don't even remember what it was. Welcome to Eloquently Saying Nothing, the podcast. I am Stavros Bosson. In the house with me tonight. We have
Big Wahala's in the building, people. What is good? Big up Nina Simone for 4 Women. One of the best songs ever made. I'm just dashing out.
And we have
Simple Simon in the building. I'm one of the greatest MCs alive. I'm Dylan.
And also we have
'Cause there's a time in your life and you know you must fight who's laughing, babe.
Jesus.
Don't you know that there's a choice that we make, and this choice you must take. Who's laughing, baby?
Oh.
Don't just leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. What's going on, people? It's episode 44. I smashed her in her back door.
Gaza.
It's your boy Webbs.
Oh.
just to say that just reiterates that he's Nigerian again. Don't just leave me alone.
Don't.
That's it.
Don't do it.
I beg, don't just leave me alone here, man.
Oh yeah.
And last,
companies.
and not least, we have
The shortest man in
Thank
the
you. A
building.
little bit of respect and then disrespect. But anyway, this is Mr. Wolf in the house.
You are the shortest man in the building.
Why you want to say that?
We need to clear up
Why
his
is
height
true?
now because people are asking questions. So we need
let
to
him
clear it up.
introduce you. We're talking about first.
It's the wee man.
It's the wee man.
You like dogs?
We lad here.
You like dogs?
What days Arsenal play?
Sunday.
Come here, Junior.
Nah, bunda. Anyway, in the blue corner, we have the Intercontinental World Champion weighing in at 5'8", Mr. Wolf. Why am I the Intercontinental Champion?
He's an intercontinental world champion. So I don't know. He's like doing that Ultimate Warrior thing. Remember when he had both belts?
Oh, yeah. I'm putting you up there, bro.
I'm
Intercontinental
giving him
and
both
World
belts.
Was
Champion.
Intercontinental not good enough for you?
Nah, that's
Nah,
weak,
man.
bro. That's a
Mr.
weak
Perfect
championship.
was the Intercontinental
Nah, that's a
champion.
weak championship. Which one would okay, if you could pick a championship, yeah, you had to pick one under two, yeah? You could either be Intercontinental or $1 million champion. Which one would you have taken? Because the $1 million belt was better than all of them.
I'll do it for Virgil. Take the $1 million belt for Virgil.
Virgil the slave, boy.
Shine my shoes. Sorry, go on. Speak on it.
Thank you, man. Damn. Man, them went in a little bit. But anyway, this is Mr. Wolf in the building. Happy to be here. And we got people mocking me for some reason or the other. But anyway, this week's Nigerian Yoruba proverb is, there's no glory for the king who doesn't have a queen. Simple as that. A man needs a fine, beautiful, strong black woman by his side.
That quote didn't say that. It just said it needs a woman, basically.
What quote didn't say what?
Your quote didn't say nothing about strong black women.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
A
because
queen.
if it's a Yoruba proverb, probably they need a fine white woman beside them.
Why is that?
What are you on about, bruv?
Interracial.
Yeah.
What are you on about?
That was the most random thing. Why are you
Yeah,
now bringing
I don't
Yorubas
know.
to be
like the interracial
Why-
makers of the earth.
Queen to be.
Anyway, any queen is a strong woman, man. Except for the monarchy here. They're just evil.
You look so pale, I love you. The moonlight has nothing on you. Stand beside me, my pale queen.
There's something wrong with you, man. There's something actually wrong with you, man.
Said the moonlight has nothing on you.
Do you know what
Freestyle.
my
Freestyle.
I
Off
can
the top of the
freestyle.
dome.
I can
You'd
freestyle.
actually be the epitome of opposites if you had a pale white woman, boy. Your child would have come out confused.
That's what I'm saying. My daughter actually said it.
What am I?
Daddy, there's a full moon. Look, there's a full moon. And then you start doing that singing.
Like a vampire.
Is there full moon today?
It is actually a full moon.
There you go then.
Hang on. Wait a minute. I heard you say that you can freestyle. Let me hear that then, innit?
He never said he could freestyle.
You just
did.
said it just now.
Did you say you could freestyle?
Rewind that. I
Oh,
never said it.
my.
I never said it.
You did say it.
I did not say that.
Of course you did.
Of course I did. Yeah, I did say it.
Yeah, come on,
Freestyle
then. Give
then.
me something then.
No.
I'll give you a subject as well. Popcorn. Go.
No. I kind of freestyle when I'm in the zone. I'm not
All
in
right,
the
black
zone.
woman. Go.
You can rap.
Nah, it's more poetry.
Ooh.
Oh my
Of,
day.
of course it would be.
I bet he started
Wait, is it poetry or is it spoken word?
as me,
Yeah.
Mr. Wolf,
Yeah.
the man that goes
Yeah,
bump
sound.
in the night, to find my queen in the bushes, grazing.
Oh, to find my queen in the bushes. Or in the bushes, I find my queen.
Oh yeah, baby.
Spread it out. Let it moisturize. And go up in between.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
How's everybody's week been?
Boy.
Let's not talk about the weeks because it's always rubbish.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember what I've done this
Just
week, but
move
I
on.
went to work. That's what I remember.
You get me?
Although I did have some problems in the stomach this week, boy. It was not good.
Problems in
Did you
the stomach.
did you spend 3 hours on the dome?
Nah, man. I'm quick and fast with that one.
I'm in the middle of a war with my daughter.
What's going on?
She's 12.
What do you mean she's 12?
That's basically what's happened. She's 12, bro.
Listen,
She just skipped 10 years.
if you want, you can leave it at mine for a couple of weeks, boy. Me and her will just get into a beef.
She'll ruin. That's exactly what happened.
We'll
You'll
get into a beef, boy.
She'll ruin you, bro.
You won't ruin me, boy.
Bruh.
I can give her back.
It's true. Apart from that, it's been work, and more work, boy. Nothing else but that. What can I do?
Anybody rolling with the iPhone X here?
I touched that today, innit?
Yeah. Dirty phone. Disgusting.
The phone's alright.
It's a disgusting Android rip-off look-alike.
It is, isn't it?
It's got problems, though.
It's got contours.
It's got problems. They're going to need to patch it at least twice. At least. Bare minimum.
We'll see how it goes.
I got success with the headphone jack, and I'm protesting by not getting a new one because it doesn't have a headphone jack.
Yeah.
Every 2 years from the first iPhone, I've got the new iPhone. And
Would you consider yourself to be a fanboy?
no,
Pussy.
I got a 5S.
no. I used to rock two. Remember back in the day when we all had the iPhone and the BlackBerry?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Did
In
I?
fact, I did.
You did. You did.
I had the iPhone 3G
And the BlackBerry.
and the BlackBerry.
Yeah.
I
And
never
that
had a
was the-
BlackBerry.
You had one, man. I remember when
I
we
never
were.
had a BlackBerry.
Was it not you?
Nope.
Didn't
Never
you
had
have like a work phone that was a BlackBerry?
Never had a BlackBerry in my life.
You never used BBM?
Never used BBM. Not once.
Simple was an MSN messenger guy, bro.
Standard.
But anyways, so I might have to go to the other side and that on that Samsung business. Because once we was on holiday and I left my phone downstairs and I took the baby out when she was crying. And I realized I can send a message on my iPad through iMessage
Mm-hmm.
to whom? Because nobody else got an iPhone. I know it would send normally anyways, but that's when I realized everybody in my family has got Android. I'm the only one with Apple.
You bougie, that's why.
I guess.
You think you're better than everybody.
You're the black
Bad
sheep of the
bougie.
family.
I was the first one with Android before all of them.
Did you? Was you?
Of course.
Are you sure?
Yes, I had one of the what was it? The Dread, the Motorola Dread back in the day.
God damn.
You know me. Of course, I was the.
remember what my
Of course, I
first
was the first
Android
one.
phone was. You know,
I was. This is the days I was rocking 5, 6, 7 phones at the same time for
No
no
women.
goddamn
no
reason.
women.
Was you not making ringtones on them?
Yeah, some.
You was
Some.
making ringtones.
So I got into the habit of having lots of phones, and then I went down to having one.
Did you have
two.
numbers in all of them phones?
I got a
Yeah.
5S with screen cracked, and she still calls.
My favorite is still the 3GS, you know. After all this time, I don't know why. I just love that phone so much.
I still got my 3G.
I lost my original
Actually,
iPhone.
still.
Is it?
I left it on the bus.
I got mine, boy.
You lost your original iPhone.
the original
You're the
iPhone.
fan of losing iPhones anyway,
I
or
don't know
losing
how,
phones.
You know,
Losing phones,
You know that
yeah.
was a bad idea, right? Because I'm sure that's gonna be worth money soon.
I've got mine.
I
boy.
didn't do it on purpose.
With
I've
music
got
still
all the
on it
other
as well.
ones.
Yeah?
I've got-
With music still on there, everything. Boy.
Yeah, you're gonna rue that.
I just need to have the
I ruled
charger.
it now. I ruled it when I had it. Like, it's an iPhone, isn't it?
I remember when you lost your Nokia 8850 and you were so upset. You left it in the park.
And I remember when you found an 88.
Yeah!
I remember when the man jacked you on the bus.
Which man, Drex? What?
Stav jacked his phone and ran, and Stav just couldn't bother to chase
I was thinking, who jacked? Yeah, this was in Elephant and Castle.
South, innit? What
South,
can you
South,
expect,
South.
bro?
The 343 bus. God knows where I was going. And yeah.
You know where you're coming from.
No. You know what the thing is? Because he's talking about my ex. My ex used to live there. And I had broken up with her at that point. We weren't together anymore.
He's probably heard that jacked
Yeah?
you.
Hang on, was your ex from South?
She lived there at the time.
Can I ask you a question?
She was from Hackney.
She was from Hackney.
She was bred in Hackney. And then
How long did she live in
Hackney
South?
Hackney wasn't rough enough for her. She moved to South.
How long
Bred
was
in
she,
Hackney and brainwashed in South.
how long was she living in South for?
Mr.
don't know,
Wolf
actually.
is
I
from
don't know.
South, by the way.
I don't know.
Stop eating this.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, so the funny thing is, I was on there. I think I must have got off at either London Bridge off the bus or taken the tube
This man don't eat quietly, man.
to Elephant
You. I'm just saying. Anyway, guys, say what you say.
to
That's
Elephant
how
and
you
Castle and got on the 343. And who knows where I was going, but it wasn't there. I know I was going past it. And guess where the person took? Because basically I was sitting downstairs near the door, and I was on my phone. And this was an old Nokia back in the day as well. So old that it didn't even have a proper headphone jack. It had one of those attachments you put in to listen to music. And you could put a USB, a SD card in it. Anyway, what do you know? He stole it right outside the girl's house. And that's the stop he got off.
No, I think
Just before the doors closed, he grabbed it and jumped off the bus.
yeah, he knew her. That was set up.
Yeah.
How do you know it's a setup?
But
Are you
you-
busy? Oh, no, but you are joking.
No,
innit?
that was a setup.
was a move,
man.
bro. That was a move.
That was a move, bro.
Man,
I-
man.
right
But
on
the
that-
thing was, I jumped off the bus driver stopped for me, I got off, I chased him until, this is when, I think he's a crackhead. You see where these tiles are here?
Mhm.
Yeah. Sorry, forget that. This thing here.
So,
Yeah.
Mr. Wolf,
Yeah?
He
Yeah,
just leaped
extractor
over
fan.
it.
Yeah. There was bushes, shrubberies in her estate, her
Yeah.
flats.
Yeah.
It's Ellsbury Estate. So if you're from London, and especially if you're from South, you know Ellsbury Estate. And he jumped over it. And I said, if you want it that desperately, boy, you got it, innit? Because I can't do that jump.
Bro,
Do you think that
I can't do that jump.
crackheads and Spider-Man
Crack
are
makes
are
you
the
doing
same.
amazing things.
Bro, crackheads and Spider-Man are the same thing, bro.
Do you think that he looked at you and said,
I
I
could
can
take it.
outrun you?
At the time,
Yes.
I wasn't as big as...
Yes, he did.
Yes, listen, clearly he's a South Londoner and he's a thief. He's not worried about can I outrun him or nothing. It's just like, I want his phone, I'm going to sell it to get some crack.
I smoke rocks, Joe.
If I ever get robbed, that's the way I want to get robbed.
What, man ran off and you couldn't catch him?
Yeah.
Why?
I'd rather that
I
than...
think that's better for my ego than man just rob me and I'm standing there and he just takes the things in front of me and tells
walks
me
off.
what.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, what's it? Is it Debo?
yeah, I'd rather you run.
I couldn't do a
And I
Debo, man.
can't chase you, and I got a story to tell somebody. Innit? I chased him, man, but I couldn't. As I'm fat, people would just be like, oh, yeah. I get it.
Because it'd be if I caught him, innit? If I caught him.
Then what?
Who knows? There's that scene, I can't remember what film it is,
Debo.
where somebody steals something from somebody and they're chasing, and he's chasing, and he's chasing, up to the point that the person that steals it has nowhere to go. He traps him. and then he catches up to him, and then the one that did the stealing turns around, and then the one that's doing the running realizes, I can't take this man, and then it goes in the opposite direction. He starts running away. I can't remember what film it is, but maybe it might have been that. I doubt it.
If you were all right. So let's say this: someone swipes your belonging, yeah.
Yes.
They're kicking up the road. You're kicking up behind them, yeah.
Yeah.
If while you're running up behind them, if they just suddenly stop, turn around, and then just what? Would you carry on running towards them, or would you like?
No,
would it throw you?
It would probably throw me because you're not expecting that. If they ran and then all of a sudden they stopped, but I'm looking to fight you and take my things back.
Okay.
I did that once.
That is a pride thing. End of the day, I'm a lover.
No, I
fighter.
did that once. I turned around and screamed, but it was a dog that was chasing me.
I was thinking, who did you steal from? I know you stole it from a lot of people, but which one was it that you actually turned around and decided you wanted to fight?
So you was getting chased by a dog?
I was getting chased by a dog, and I really couldn't be asked to run and jump over something, so I just turned around and went, "What?" And the dog went, "Arr!"
Yeah, they said that you shouldn't run from dogs because dogs can smell fair, innit?
Yeah.
So hang on a minute. Have all of you man been chased by dogs?
No, I've been bitten by a dog before.
What do you mean no? I was there when the dog was chasing you.
Which dog?
Outside the house.
Oh, dog number 6. No, me and dog number 6 has got beef, bruv.
Dog number 6.
The dog at number 6, me and him have got long-standing beef.
It was like a film. The dog chasing me, he's running down, and I'm standing there looking like, what's going on?
This dog, yeah, I'm sure I mentioned it on the podcast the way long time ago in season 1.
Season 1,
the dog, when I was outside,
the dog
I got out of my
number
car,
6.
right? I got out of my car. No, I just want to have the Audi A3, yeah, blacked out Audi A3, right?
Drug dealer.
Exactly. Dark man shouldn't be moving to drive
Man's
in the
not
car.
hot, get me.
So a man pulled up to the yard, innit? Right? And then the dog was surrounding my car because it always used to, it's like it wanted its beef with me. Like it will come running for me every time. To the point where I told the neighbor, I'm going to kill your dog, you know. I actually told him, if your dog comes out again, I'm going to kill your dog. But there was like from Vietnamese, and I was like, yeah. They didn't even understand what I was saying. But anyway.
Vietnamese with a dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out
I'm
to
not
the
saying
Vietnamese
nothing.
that are listening.
I'm not saying nothing again.
We do love you.
So basically, the dog
Did
now.
the dog have 3 legs?
No.
Oh, right.
Proper fully fledged dog. So the
Did-
dog could
did he
run
just start eating it?
come running around the car now. Come running around the car. So eventually I got out of the car. The dog backed off, yeah?
Fattening it up.
Right? The dog backed off.
Yeah.
I walked to the house, yeah? I turned round.
Jerk dog.
This motherfucker lifted his leg and pissed on my car.
No way.
In front of your face. Did
In
you look?
front, it looked me in the eye, bro. Lifted up his leg and pissed
Fuck you on your car.
my car. And I said, you're going to
You're
get it.
kidding me.
There was a time that I was on the road and I was driving and I saw it and I tried to run it over, but it got away.
You know what? You should have just fed it chocolate. You've done too much.
Nah, I don't think that one would have taken the chocolate. It was a wily dog.
It was a wily dog, you know.
Big up Wiley. It was a wily dog, trust me.
Wolf.
I got chased by a dog one time.
Did you step on your hair?
You are an idiot.
That was a long dreads though.
Dickhead.
Bro, if you're laughing, I beg you don't just turn away from the mic.
Why? Is my laughing too loud?
Yeah.
You that laugh like a hyena all over
And
the
I
place.
always turn away.
Even when you turn away, it's still loud. It's like, that is you. Carry on the story.
for your Eddie Murphy impression.
Anyway, the dog chased me. It was manor house. Never forget it. It's on my bike.
Well, I chased you on wheels as well.
Yeah, I used to ride a bike before, innit? It was on my.
I thought the dog was on the back.
No, you idiot. So I'm pedaling now, like gradual speed. I'm like basically cruising, and these lot were in. You know, there's a park down Manor House there. There's a little park down the Manor House bit, right by the junction there, and the winos are in there. Dog's drunk, innit? Dog just started running after me for no reason.
Did you say the dog is drunk?
The dog was drunk.
How do you assume the dog is drunk?
The dog was drunk.
Did you do a breathalyzer after it stopped?
The man was feeding the dog drink. He was. I see him feeding the dog drink.
Was the guy rough?
I don't know what happened. This dog must have got a
Look.
You know.
You think you got problems? Let me tell you about my bitch.
For real, actual bitch, but
The thing is, yeah,
would never let me slide from behind nothing.
you know in
I
humans,
got 6 kids.
you know,
Yeah.
you know,
I hate
in,
them all.
you know in humans, yeah, some humans when they drink they get happy, they get, and then there's others that get violent.
Yeah.
This dog was the violent one, bro. It just turned. Have it, yeah. And he just turned and looked at me, so I was like, all right, nothing. Carried on rolling by, and he just started chasing me. When I tell you the dog nearly got me. Like I heard his teeth clang against my back wheel. That's how deep it was. I had to pedal for my life,
You
mate.
should have threw the back at him.
No, it was one of them Staffordshire. It was one of them crossbreed Staffordshire Bull Terrier business. It looked like it was ready for beef, bro. It looked like it'd been jail. The dog looked like he'd been to jail. He'd been doing weights and all that kind of shit, and it was now out on road.
I saw a dog like that in Brixton. I asked the man what it was. Yeah, it was. They call it an American bully. I've never seen a dog like that before in my life.
An American bully.
Yeah, head that big
and had forearms.
Chest was out like this.
Trust
like
me.
He looked like you.
What? Are you trying to tell me I look like a dog?
You look broad like that.
Fair enough.
And you got a dog face still.
Yo, bitch.
Oh.
My God. Actual bitch. You know, I hope a dog chase you on the way home as well. I hope the poodle ones as well, the one that's your height.
The
poodle,
that's your height.
the little terrier ones. When it runs around your legs.
So what? Wolf, what did you say that dog was again?
American bully.
Is that like Kevin Spacey?
Ooh. Sick.
Why?
Seg.
Damn.
Why?
That's a segue, son.
What do you think about this? Yeah, before you threw the joke in there, I was gonna say it, and then I thought, well, the joke
was good.
Yeah, it was good. Mm-hmm. So, what do you think about this Spacey business?
House of Cards own. Damn, the man himself, Kevin Spacey, has been doing a madness.
And he was my favorite.
One of my favorites.
He was one of my favorite actors as well.
But we knew he was dodged.
You guys do know that Kevin Spacey
was gay.
is outright gay, right?
Not gay is not the problem.
And I never knew. And I thought,
but you
what
know
do I care
what?
anyways?
He never came out officially to
No,
say
but
that
we
he was gay.
know he's gay,
No.
You knew he was gay from before.
Yes.
No.
Why?
Listen.
Listen, that House of Cards performance is way too
It's too good.
realistic.
But listen,
Oh, he's a gay in the program?
never came out that he was gay. Yeah,
Have you not watched the show?
No, and now it's been spoiled.
What's wrong with
he
your
never
life?
came out that he was gay. Yeah, but when he made the statement about what happened, that's when he officially came out.
We know that already.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying.
Yeah, but him coming out and people knowing that he's gay.
No, because
different.
the way it happened was
Because-
the story is that a couple of weeks, a week or so ago, somebody came out and said they're an adult now, and they said when I was 8, Kevin Spacey tried to tingle me.
I thought it was 14.
Sorry, 14.
Jesus,
Double
point
it,
that-
just double it, double it at -2. Quick math. All right. When I was 14, I had a party. He had a party at his place. You know, we worked in Broadway or whatever it is. He had a party at his place. I was there. Did he get tipsy or something?
I don't know,
But anyway,
that's his excuse.
basically, Kevin Spacey made an attempt at me.
Touch it, bring it back.
Apparently, he said that he carried him over the threshold like he was a bride,
He put him on the bed and then climbed on top of him.
and then tried to
Have it.
molest him, and then he ran to the bathroom or something.
So and then the 14-year-old got out of it. Fortunately,
So
that's 30 years ago, 30 years ago, something like that,
Something like that.
or 25 years ago. The dude's a full blown adult in his 30s now. Another one's come out, and this happened in the UK, and the police are now saying they're going to investigate it.
Yeah.
Where he did it to another adult, but similar situation. Kevin Spacey having a party in his place, and the person said that I passed out on his bed. Normal drink, but when I woke up, Kevin Spacey was on top of me doing a sex act.
He's on that Bill Cosby flex, boy.
And Kevin Spacey said, "I'm sorry, I'm gay."
That's what he said to him.
No, basically,
Yeah,
no.
but
This
that's
is
what I was trying to
this
say,
is what
though.
Mr. Wolf is trying to say.
No, but I know what he said in the statement.
No, but you're missing the point. Innit?
I'm
know
sorry,
that
I'm
he
coming
said
out
that
as
in
gay.
the statement, yeah. But the point is that why is he choosing this time now that he's been accused to come out that he's gay? Now we already know that the man is gay, so it kind of he's trying to
I didn't know. already,
make people new in it.
He deflected from the situation.
That's basically what he's
No,
doing. And that
for
kinda,
me, the most gangster thing that he said was, "I'm sorry, I did that. I don't remember.
I don't remember. Yeah,
But if I did do that,
But
I'm
if
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
You know, I was telling my missus, how can you say that? And then I remember the one time that I've been drunk. And between
You've been drunk.
yeah, I've said this story before.
I swear, only Wahala's been drunk. You've been drunk.
I was drunk.
Oh yeah, I was drunk in
Yeah,
Vegas.
exactly. Drunk in Vegas. Sounds like a song.
I've been drunk.
this is the
I've
guys
been
that don't
drinking.
drink. You know?
I've been
the
drinking.
guys that don't drink.
Listen, Rana's a bastard, bro.
When did you?
I was drunk. Webslinger was there.
I was Webster drunk as well.
Webslinger. No, that's another time. That's the time that he was drunk and I wasn't drunk, and he did something.
I didn't do that.
You can't remember.
would've
Everybody keeps saying I did it. I did not do
The
it.
way that they say that you didn't do whatever you did means you did it.
No, I didn't do it. That's the thing.
Did you shit somewhere or something?
No, I didn't do it.
You know what they say?
What did you not do? What did you not do?
If
bro?
you didn't do it, you can admit it.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, but you
Well,
didn't,
tell us the
didn't say it,
story.
innit?
I didn't vomit in the bed. I didn't do it.
No, that's not the one, fam.
What was the one?
Oh my
Go
God.
on.
I'm sorry.
Staff?
The dude on the windowsill.
Someone shot on the window. That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Hold on. Yeah, because that's the story going around Hackney, bruv. That's the story going around.
I shot on the windowsill. That wasn't me.
I think Tom said it. Tom was there as well, wasn't he?
Listen.
Yeah, you shut up. Yes.
That's the
No, I
story.
didn't. It wasn't me.
That's
Fuck
the story.
that. No way.
That's the story going around Hackney, bruv. I thought you knew.
No.
Bruv.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember.
This is all
I remember
like.
MG was cussing. It was MG's window. So MG was cussing.
This is all
Fuck that. That wasn't me.
Yeah, you did. You went to go to the bathroom. You got lost, and you went to the windowsill. I think Thompson saw you.
How did I do
Thompson
that?
saw you shit on the window.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. Oh, fuck no. That wasn't me.
That is the story going around Hackney for the last
That wasn't me.
10, 15 years.
That wasn't me.
How can I forget that? Yeah.
That wasn't me. That wasn't
I
me.
remember-
I'm wholeheartedly saying that was not me.
Thompson said he saw you, bro.
No. Fuck that. Thompson didn't see shit. That wasn't me.
He woke
Yes,
up.
but he did see shit.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I was good, but it wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Bruv.
Oh my God.
I can
eating as
imagine.
well, man.
I'm finished.
You was trying to open the window to
It wasn't
shit
me!
out the thing, and you didn't get it, bro.
It wasn't me. I didn't
But
do
why
it.
would you want to shit outside the window? What would you
Because he was drunk.
It
innit?
wasn't me.
Hang on. All right, let me ask you the question.
You on the window?
I'm asking you prudent questions now, or poignant questions, yeah? Who was it?
I have no idea, but it wasn't me.
The way you're saying
He's
it
kind of
wasn't
like he
you.
doesn't even know
No.
the story.
If
You
we
know,
don't-
sometimes when something so traumatic happens that you wipe it from your memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate you tonight.
You know,
Remind me of-
exactly.
no.
Exactly. I don't remember doing that, but if I did, I'm very sorry.
I'm very sorry.
Remind me of the night, because it wasn't me.
Okay, because
It was you, bro.
No, it wasn't me. Fuck. No, it wasn't me. Come on.
I'm mixing a couple of nights now. The night I got drunk, I'm not sure if it was the one. Well, you did that time I got drunk, and it was.
Is that the one that Wayne jumped in the river?
No, that's another night, man.
Wow.
What's wrong with you, lot, man?
Mate, was
that when-
Topsy there though?
Nah.
Because
That's
basically,
when we came out of that club, innit?
I wasn't there
When Wayne jumped in the river. I remember when
you
Wayne
didn't
jumped
jump.
in the river.
You slipped into the river because you wanted to take a whiz in the river Thames.
Down by the riverbank, yeah.
And then he slipped into the river Thames. He said the river. You have to. It's the river Thames. It has to be known that it was the actual river Thames. Anyways, all of these stories that we're talking about are around somebody's a person nicked the lick. Yeah, it's all based on. So the time I got drunk, the time you did that, because I think it was at their place.
I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
Anyways,
I told you to stay away from white women.
and the time that Wayne slipped in the Thames. It's all her birthday. So my situation was she used to work at a bar on the weekends.
Who?
The person whose birthday was not important.
Right.
And I was there celebrating her birthday. It was her birthday, blah, blah, blah. The restaurant or the bar closed. We were all drinking after. Now, me as a non-drinker said, I can drink anybody under the table here.
Why would you say that stupidness?
Because I don't
Ego.
know.
Yes, I remember that night.
So you were there?
Yes.
Okay. Because everybody got drunk that night.
Everybody got drunk.
So basically, somebody pulled me up on it, which is Wayne again, this is the same dude that fell into the Thames, and it's on another one of her birthdays. So her birthdays do actually have legendary stories. So we decided to drink E&J. Or they picked it out.
Worst.
And I, up to this day, this is
The
maybe
worst.
10 to 12 years ago, I can still taste this drink. It's disgusting. Anyways, they line up shots. I said, I ain't paying for it though. And they said, no, it's right. Anyway, I work here, blah, blah, blah. And I think I took 8 shots before we said, it's quits then. You did a good job, whatever. And as far as I was concerned, that means I drank because I didn't stop. You told me to stop. But anyways, then we decided at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning after the bar, let's go to your house and play PlayStation. So we went back to Hackney to go to her house and play PlayStation. And then I remember starting to throw up I think people were throwing up in the toilet. And then I think I was throwing up in the bathroom. No, I think I was in the actual bath itself. I think I was throwing up.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. So the throwing up thing for me, we were throwing up. And then all I remember is waking up in the morning before everybody, because everybody was laid out. It's like a rap video. Everybody was just laid out on the floor, and I woke up on the sofa and I went to work. Yeah. And then my boss sent me home. You remember? I don't know if you were there, Mr. Wolf, that time, but our boss, he kicked me because I laid out on the floor. He kicked me. He's like, "What, bruv, you're not good to me here. Go home." And I was too afraid, ashamed to go home drunk. So I went to MJF's house. He said, lay down on the sofa and it's cool. I'll get you some water, whatever. And I stayed at his house for a few hours and I had a mad hangover.
You got white girl wasted.
I got white girl wasted. But the point was, I
white girl.
remember throwing up.
River white girl.
Yeah.
God damn. Damn.
I
Told them stay away from that.
I remember throwing up, and I don't remember how I got on the sofa. I don't remember what happened. I don't remember. So, and I was told that I was assisted to the sofa, but it wasn't that I was, somebody picked me up and took me there. I was doing stuff.
So basically, what you're saying is
there was a period of time. I don't know.
What he's saying is that there is a chance
anything.
that Kevin Spacey could be telling the truth. You said that you can't remember.
You guys are the drinkers. So I'm disgusted by you. I'm disgusted. You know why I'm disgusted by you?
I was young.
No, I'm disgusted because your story didn't involve brushing your teeth in the morning, which means you went to work with vomit breath. You're properly doing the Caucasian thing. God dear.
Proper white girl wasted.
Oh, I remember
With a
that
white girl.
night. And I remember us going back to said person's house.
Yes.
And we were all in the living room. And she had a lizard in it, a pet lizard or something, or iguana.
I can't remember anything.
This is not the same night that you shit on the windowsill.
I did not shit on the windowsill. I will burst people's eardrums because I'm not.
Listen.
If I did it, I would admit to it and I wouldn't care.
You won't remember.
I didn't do it.
You shitted on the windowsill.
No, I didn't.
I know you did.
How do you know? Was you there?
Because I remember the story so well now. I remember
did.
that
It was.
Top saw you.
You know what?
From your seat. From where you were.
In Hackney, it is known that you are the
It
window.
is known.
The window
I
shitter.
did not do it. I
Slinger the
did
window
not
shitter.
do it.
Shitter windows.
I did not do it.
He did, man.
The thing is, if I did it, I wouldn't be. I
remember MD
I wouldn't
cussing
care
the
to
hell out of
admit
you,
to
bruv.
it.
MD was cussing.
I didn't do it.
You did it. You shit
I
on his
didn't do it. I
windowsill,
didn't
man.
do it.
Okay.
I'm saying it. I didn't do it.
All right.
If I'd have done it, I'd say I'd done it. I didn't do it.
The shit.
But you've been saying this for
the shit
years,
actually
man.
spelled your
I
name.
didn't do it.
The shit actually spelled your name.
You know some of them stories that is so deep you don't actually say it to the because I remember the person cleaned it up, the person in question.
I didn't know.
And so they were that's who I got the story from.
Fucking lying bastard, because it wasn't me. I know it wasn't me, and I know who it was, and I'm not gonna call them out. I'm gonna talk to them one to one because I know it wasn't me. That little fucker. I know who it was. It weren't me. He's gonna get it.
All right then.
Don't worry, it weren't me.
So it's not deflection.
No, it's not a deflection.
Is it Topsy?
I'm not saying who it was.
It might have been
But
him.
it weren't me.
It was Topsy,
One of the
innit?
two you shit on the windowsill.
Is it Topsy?
It weren't me.
Yeah, it was Topsy, innit? Oh, Topsy, man. Flipping
Why don't you not shit on the windowsill? I know it happened.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. But the night in question that you were just talking about,
Yes.
we went back to said person's house. It was me, you, Wayne.
Wayne was there. I think it was Wayne. Let's go back and play PlayStation. This is when you know
Yes.
you're drunk, yeah.
It was me, you, Wayne, and said person, and there was someone else.
No, there's more people there, man. There
was more people. I can't, but us four are the
keeps
main
on saying
culprits.
said person. You know.
Yes, said
Who
person.
the hell are you protecting?
I'm not.
I've said the
I don't
name,
like the
and it doesn't
person,
matter who
so
they
I'm not
are,
saying
so
person
so that's
anyway.
it.
I'm not giving that person
just-
kudos.
Can your old age even remember people's names in the first place? Him.
Yeah.
He crunched that with disdain. Go on.
It
right.
was me that pushed you to the sofa because you was swaying around the room looking for somewhere to go after you came out of the bathroom throwing up.
Okay.
And I said, Stab, the sofa's there. Lay on the sofa. And you just looked at me, sat down and slumped.
Bruv.
Oh well, that's better because as far as I was concerned, I don't know what happened between throwing up, and it's good to know that if I just fell asleep on the sofa.
Yes.
So you didn't fall on top of any of them and try to.
Yeah, I didn't try and perform a sex act on somebody.
didn't try and
I'm
Kevin Spacey
sorry, I
anybody.
don't remember.
So let's go back to Kevin Spacey. So then basically this man has now basically come out, said that he can't even remember doing the sex act, but didn't deny it though. He still didn't deny it to say, you know what?
Maybe he's a full blown drunkard, and
He
he's
said,
like,
you know what? I might have actually did that shit. Maybe he didn't even know the person was a child at the time. Maybe that's why maybe at the time he just thought that he was young and he didn't think in his head that he was a child, and that's why he just, because to me,
I'm
14.
not making no
no,
excuses.
but I'm saying
14.
I'm not giving him excuses. I'm saying for somebody to just come out and be like, yeah, I did it. He must have either not remembered that it was a child, because I can't just see how man could just come out and say, yeah, maybe,
Yeah, but
maybe.
apparently now, if because I think the second example I gave of the person that he was performing a sex act on when they woke up, I don't think that's the second person that's come forward.
No, there's more. There's more.
So then, if he knows I'm a serial, whatever you want to call it, like a molester, then yeah, it's
But
like
he's
this.
not, he
but
can't be that famous now that he thinks he can just come out and say it's all right.
Why
No,
not?
but it's been known in the industry
Weinstein
for a
has.
very long
No, but
time
Weinstein
that
and
Kevin
Kevin
Spacey
Spacey-
is gay.
You don't.
But what's that got to do with this thing that he's being gay? I don't understand. He's gay. He's got nothing to do with him being a paedophile.
It
But
was the same. It was the same
he likes
deflection.
young boys.
The same way Webster said, "I know who it was," deflecting from him. It's the same way Miss Kevin Spacey saying, "I'm gay." I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he keeps saying it's known that he's gay. We're talking about the sexual assault. What's that got to do with him being gay?
Yeah.
Because he likes boys.
So
The assault was on a young boy, right?
Yeah, but it would.
He could have been
The issue is not that he did something with a boy with a male. It's he did it with a boy, 14.
And then the issue is not that he did something with a man; is he did it with somebody that was didn't what's the
Consent.
word? Didn't consent.
the fact that
and
he
was,
did it
and
anyway.
was sleeping. Yeah. So it would if it was a 14-year-old girl or a 35-year-old woman that he then woke up and he was giving her a head or licky, then it would be the same thing. It's got nothing.
said licky.
It's got nothing to do with him being a gay.
Remember the last time we had this conversation about this and waking up with people and having sex with them? Remember I was telling you that this is the shit that happens. You know, was telling me, it's alright.
I'll send you a video.
It's alright.
Team Femo.
But he's like young boys for a long time.
How come you just drop your clothes on the floor like that?
Where do you expect me to put it?
Just put it on the floor.
Why?
Why is it disturbing you?
Exactly. Is the floor dirty?
I don't know. It's kitchen floor.
All right.
Let's go back to the topic because you know this guy is on random.
He's old man and just everything
It's
bothers
a proper
old people.
old man
now.
maneuver as well.
You know what? Let's have an intervention.
Leave me the fuck
He's like
alone.
Herbert from Family Guy.
Fuck's sake.
We need to talk to you. We need to talk to you.
You do not.
We need to talk to you, yeah, because we let him get away with the.
I didn't do it. Damn it.
For years, it's gone by and we haven't spoken to him.
I'm
So-
retiring now. Eloquently saying nothing. Good night. So long. Farewell. You can catch me on Twitter. My Twitter is.
I need to go to sleep.
Yeah. Good night.
I need a nap.
So long. Farewell.
All right, I'll leave Mr. Wolf alone.
But let's go back to the topic at hand.
I
Go on
don't
then.
get to rest, but when I come home from work, I go to sleep.
That is a sentence that you just said.
Who said that?
You.
Did I?
Yes.
Rah.
Rewind it, innit?
It's actually Mr. Wolf that shut on the windowsill. Can't remember.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
I want to go back to the days we had stories like that.
What were you?
No, you don't.
Yes,
No,
I
but
do.
those are the best days. Pretty much the best days of
Yeah,
our
but
lives.
You're married. You got a child now. You know, got responsibilities and shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You get me? So
let's be
maybe you do, but you can't.
Let's have this question. Let me ask this question, yeah? Let's be real, yeah? Does responsibilities ruin your life?
Well,
Let's be real. It ruins your life, innit?
well, yes and no.
Yes, we
We
were
said
selling
it,
it,
but
no, it wasn't blow.
Yeah.
It does, man. As soon as you have to pay one bill, it ruins your life.
I don't know about ruin it, but it changes it, innit? It changes the dimensions.
It doesn't
you have
make
less
it
fun.
any fun. Yeah, it doesn't make it better.
The responsibilities just ruin you, man. You see these carefree people and you hate them. I hate them, you know?
You hate the carefree people?
Yes. The ones that have nothing that they have to worry about in life.
I go into uncle mode. I remember what that was like back in the day.
So the people that have nothing to worry about, nobody to worry about, what about on their deathbed? Are they just lonely by themselves like I had all this fun? And
No,
But you're dead, what do you care?
they actually want people to worry about and have the responsibilities
Why?
that we have.
Why do they want people to worry about? Why do people go out of their way to do things that cause oppression to your brain? Why would you want to go and worry?
oppression.
Yes. Why would you want to go worry about somebody for? Why would you want to?
People want things that they haven't got, and they look at other people and they want to desire.
People
what-
always
what
want
they have.
things. The grass is always greener. on the
So
other side.
where somebody will say, well, look, he's got no kids, he's not married, he's got his own place, he's got loads of money, he can go free, go on holidays and do whatever he wants. He may be thinking, damn, I would like a woman, I'd like a child, I'd like a family.
Or
Oh.
someone to share it with.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Here on Earth, we have Uncle Wolf,
Yes.
who's going to explain what it's like, human anthropology.
As a father,
Yes. I like the way you done
we
that, you know.
tend to do certain things in our lives that we like and do. For me, I like to sleep, but I don't rest.
I never said that, by the way. And there's no evidence, God damn it.
I think there probably is actually.
Probably, shut up.
Responsibility just changes things, innit? That's such is life, and that's such is growth. Well, for some people, because some people they get old and they don't pick up any responsibilities along the way.
True.
They learn how to avoid it.
They maybe avoid it on
Baby
purpose.
father.
And some of them
Yeah.
But you know what's
some
so
of them have responsibilities but don't, you know.
you know what's so funny?
Don't heed to
Big up Jamaicans.
Oh, listen to
He's
you.
always dashing these things like the. You know what? Yeah? Can we just acknowledge that? Can we just acknowledge that? He was on what's it called this week? What was you on
Chatting
Chatting
Ish.
Ish? And you made me cringe, man.
What did he say?
He said that the word pre, yeah, goes, the word pre is a British word. It's not it's not a Jamaican word.
Is it? Where is it from?
It's Jamaican. I was saying pre from the
Okay, I don't know the word. Then.
I was like,
I don't understand a
Okay,
word Wahala just said. Oh,
It made him cringe because I mistook pre for English slang
Yes.
when it's Caribbean slang.
To be honest,
Okay.
I thought it was new.
What's
Thank
new?
you.
New from what?
pre.
As in
We
pre,
were
like,
saying pre from long
first
time.
Couple of last couple of years.
Nah,
pre
pre's
them thing
old,
there.
man.
pre.
Then I made a mistake.
I made me cringe, man.
As resident Jamaican, Simple Simon.
Oh, is that a message you sent in it? I've
what
even
does
read
pre
it.
mean?
What does pre mean? It's a
Yes.
derivative of
Be nosy, innit?
the idea. Yes, but it's a derivative of the idea of preempt or preview. So it's a combination of those two things. So when you pre a man, you're either preempting what he's gonna do, or you're watching what he's gonna do, or you're previewing what he's gonna do.
For more on Yardie slang, tune in to ESN.
Yes.
And
It entered my realm of understanding through grime.
Do you feel like you're an old person now?
Yes.
Does everyone in there feel like they're an old person?
Yes.
no,
You still don't feel old?
I don't feel.
Well, you're the youngest here.
Do you feel old people?
Gaza.
Do you feel old, Mr. Wolf?
Not really, no.
I know you wouldn't feel old, and you're one of the oldest decrepit people here as well.
Good and decrepit,
I'm not, you know. I think I'm one of the freshest and younger looking.
but you're the closest to the pension. So anyway,
No, I would say that Webbs is.
And you really do forget things as well.
My short-term memory is not very good. My long-term memory is excellent.
Do you sleep but not rest?
Do you really? At the moment, I'm feeling. I don't know, man. I feel like an old person now, man.
you are old, bro.
I have my old
You were born with
moments.
arthritis.
You were old at 16.
You were born with arthritis.
Yeah, but I probably feel like
You were old when you were 5-year-old.
You're the most moany fucker that I know, man. Always
No,
complaining.
What am I
Screw
what
face
what
and
do I
shit.
actually complain about? You know what
Everything.
Yeah, what?
You know what?
Give me
You
examples.
complain about complaining.
Give me
Exactly.
examples of what I
Last
complain
week,
about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was it last week? A couple weeks ago. The way you come into the house, you know, like screw face, like something was wrong, you know.
But did I say anything was wrong?
No, but that's the whole point. Even when there's nothing wrong, you, know,
You-
you just
you
come
said
through screw face.
Your whole aura is
You
old.
said something was gonna be wrong.
Yes,
Nothing
yes,
was
you
even
did.
nothing was even wrong yet.
I said there's a feeling that was going
And it weren't even Halloween.
can feel it in the air.
I don't think I'm on as much as you people think I'm on.
Yeah, moany bastard.
I don't think I'm on as much as
You
I think
moan,
I'm on.
man. You moan.
Oh, you moan.
What, more about what? I must need to give you examples.
What do you like?
Many things.
that's someone that doesn't like it if it comes out with many things.
I like box sets.
What box sets?
Yes, I like food.
This man tweets, that he doesn't want to do anything. Yeah, he tweets about it. He said, "I don't want to do anything."
Yeah, that means I don't want to do things.
That
That
is
means I
a-
don't like box sets and films.
That is an old man statement.
Jay.
I like boxers.
I like box sets, walking in the forest and in the evenings.
I like long walks.
I like tea.
I like long walks on short roads.
Well, because I'm not one of them outgoing people that wants
man
to be
said he
going
likes
out.
tea.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a box set.
That's 'cause
But
I'm
my
not one-
name
It's Wahala.
W.A. Holla.
Because I don't want to go out and boogie with the time. Come on, man.
I like dogging in my Ford Escorts.
W.A. Holla.
Man, don't want to be going
like
to discotheque, man. I can't be doing them
Man
things.
said he likes dogging his escort. Jesus.
I don't understand them ones where you just. How can you just go around a man's car and just be robbing one out?
Dogging's when you swap wives, isn't it?
No. Dogging
But
is when
you
you're in
do it in the cars.
No, dogging is when you're in the bush.
And
or
you're
in
watching
the
people
car,
in the car.
and you're watching them through the
Through the glass of the car.
that almost happened to me one time, you know.
Explain it
You was
again. Dov.
dogging.
All right, no, I was in the car.
Unintentional dogging.
I was in the no, we were talking in the car, and then twos now looked in the bush. And you just see some man's eyes in the bush, looking through the bush, looking at us. What the fuck is going on here? I didn't know what doggy was at them times, so I was like, "What's going on here?" So I was like, I was like, hello?" And then he must have ran off.
Hold on. So dogging is when someone's watching people have sex.
Watching
in their
people have
cars.
sex, so they'll be
Yeah.
around the car watching them have sex, or they might be in the bush. They don't actually have to be in the car, and they'll be wanking most of the time.
Man sound like an expert, man.
Yeah.
In the bush.
Do you remember there was a spot? There was a big thing when people just started doing dogging.
It happened to me before.
There
though.
was a
Near
spree.
where you live, yeah?
No, I'm talking about on like the newspaper. You know,
It's
seen
happened
this
to me before, though.
There was a spree. There was dogging
What?
sessions
Yeah,
in
we was
Victoria
dogging.
Park as well.
stuff? You was dogging
I wasn't dogging, but somebody was dogging.
around you.
Yeah, I was. I went to go and do sex in Epping Forest.
That's where I know of it happening.
I didn't know about that, did I? So I went to go and do sex before in the car doing the sex now. And obviously the windows get a little bit steamy. Them way there. The windows get a little bit steamy. And the car I see one car must have gone drive like it was driving past. And then it stopped and reversed. And then was just like side by side.
What's going on here?
And I had the problem of having to decide whether or not I want to stop doing the sex or run the people in my way. So obviously I kept doing the sex. And I don't know, maybe they couldn't see or something and they got bored.
I need to check Google.
Or maybe he was just quick with the rubbing out. You don't know.
I don't know about that.
What are you trying to check Google for? Got a dogging?
Yeah.
But you don't know what it is?
I'm afraid to go you don't get something you don't want to see, boy.
I hope you get something else.
You might see the dog at number 6 just pop up with in lingerie.
Have we all had sex in the park before?
When you say in the park, what do you mean?
In the park.
What does that mean?
Outside.
Outside in the park.
Outside.
No. Not in the car by a park, but actually in the
industrial
park.
estate.
On the swings or in the bushes in the park.
Industrial estate.
You've had sex in an industrial estate?
Big up Hackney Wick.
No, I haven't. But what's it called? Tottenham Hale Shopping Car Park.
I've done it in a number of crazy places.
I'm actually ashamed to say some of the places I've done what I've done. I'm not even going to say
why. Say it, damn it.
You know, I am ashamed.
And so? Yeah, say it.
How can somebody tell you I'm ashamed and then they tell me and so?
I'm just
I'm
saying this
ashamed.
thing, man.
You can't undo it. It's done, isn't it?
Yes,
you know
exactly.
what?
I'm going to
Say
die with them things there.
Say it and we'll console you.
I met him in a club. We got to speaking and drinking wine of the red variety. And then I realized he's the kind that holds back.
Oh, shit.
I don't know what you on about.
Don't worry.
Salute to Hyde Park, no, by the way.
Hyde Park?
Hyde Park?
That's a big ass park. You can't get caught in Hyde Park.
You can hide in Hyde Park.
You can hide in Hyde Park.
Yeah.
And you can play hide the sausage in Hyde Park.
Hide the sausage.
Yeah.
Them Caucasian ways there.
Was it with a Caucasian?
No.
This man, it's true. You're the United Colours of Benetton.
I am the United Colours of Benetton.
You probably slept with cockroaches.
It wasn't.
How was it for you?
Fucking prawns.
He's done it with the prawns, isn't it?
The prawns.
Definitely.
Prawns.
Do we have any topics? Because we're just going on. We need to talk about Tyrese.
No.
Right, baby.
No. I'm in a funny place about this Tyrese thing because I don't want this to be a situation where we genuinely have a brother in trouble and we're out here laughing at him.
Do one of you want to say about and talk about it?
Man's crying on Instagram video business like he's in custody battle for his daughter.
Yes.
I don't know what the reason for the custody battle is. I think Wahala said something about the woman said that he's beating the child or something or abusing the child. And obviously they're in a custody battle for it. He's already having to do maintenance. He reckons 13 grand a month, which I think is rolled. 16? Oh, it's gone up. He said 13. He said $13,000 a month.
I remember the number 13,000.
On the video. I'm just going by what he said.
Old man wolf.
But like that's a big money. Do you know what I mean? But what I don't want to do is throw the knife in and take the piss out of him laughing, take the piss out of him crying on video and all the rest of it, or call him an attention seeker. Because this could genuinely be man out here actually appealing for help, and because of the way our society is set up at the moment, we're just gonna let the man sink in public. We're gonna watch him die.
I said the same thing just before Kanye West went into his whatever that rehab or whatever it was. Yeah. When he was doing that stuff on stage and everyone was going, I said, yeah, you people keep talking there until man's like gets sectioned or something. And then two twosies within a week or two, man had sent it. You know, I think he voluntarily went into that place.
Yeah, but we all saw that coming.
Yeah, but it's the same thing with this now because people are mocking and laughing.
Yeah, but the thing with this fool is that he went to then.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm saying
just
be careful because we have been speaking about mental health recently.
Yeah,
was it just last week we spoke about it?
Even if he's recently having problems,
but he's just fool.
Yeah, but even if he's recently having problems, he doesn't stop him from being a previous fool. Yes or no?
Previously, what's that to do with what's happening now?
He's still a fool.
We're talking about this subject now.
My issue with this, is that he went to go and talk. If you want to talk about your daughter, that's fine. Why are you now bringing The Rock back in again? To start complaining about The Rock. Talking about The Rock should have done the thing because he's stopping him from getting money.
Okay, if to To be honest, yeah, if you are going through some sort of mental trauma, that is the type of thing. That's exactly the type of thing you'll do. You're fixated on something, and I have interactions with certain people that have mental illness, and you notice that they're fixated on something, and they bring it up over and over again. So in his mind now, his daughter is obviously very important to him, and he's linking his daughter with finances. For some reason, finances is something he discusses when he's talking about his daughter. The amount he has to pay for when he takes her out, the amount, like by choice, not in a bad way, and then the amount he has to pay for alimony well, it's not alimony, sorry, child support for his child is $13,000 a month apparently, and I can't afford it. This role in the Fast and Furious is the biggest check for him, I'm assuming. It's bigger than his music, it's bigger than his tours. It's the biggest thing in his life. It's almost guaranteed now every 2 years since whenever he's come. Now the Rock's come and put a dent in that. Maybe that is what was tiding him over with his issues with his daughter.
But didn't you say a couple of weeks ago that he refused to go on tour with those guys because they want to give him more money than the rest?
Yeah, that's the story I heard.
So obviously the money is not that much that he needs it because he's turning that money, no?
I don't know.
And then
Apparently.
he's been doing some madness because there's other stuff where he must have been singing to his daughter. Have you heard about this one where he's singing to his daughter, "Let's Get It On"? And he made a changed up version of "Let's Get It On" and sang it for his daughter. Why?
Why not?
Let's get it on.
What were the lyrics though? If you change the lyrics to something being pure,
I don't care. The song is called "Let's Get It On."
It depends what the lyrics are, bro.
Okay, let me ask you.
If
this
you
question.
change the
You
lyrics-
change the lyrics, would you think about for your child, your daughter? Would you think? Let me decide to change the lyrics to "Let's Get It On."
Personally, no.
Well, then let's just deal with it as it is.
Musician, no.
It makes no sense.
you
to
cannot
do that.
judge
Because-
everybody
Wait. What if
by
the lyrics
same...
were "Let's get some ice cream"?
Let's get it on.
That's what I'm saying. It all depends, bro. It
Strawberry.
depends for me. It all depends. You know,
I agree with that. And also,
You want to paint everyone by your morals, by
I
your
just think
standards.
yes.
Yeah, so
Yes,
when you're
yes.
asking, would he do something? You and
an
him
old
are
man
cut off
move.
the same or of a similar cloth. You wouldn't do that type of thing. But them type of people or the people in that realm, they might.
Well,
So
man,
I might not understand it, but
but
that doesn't
it's very
necessarily.
odd.
mean-
Let me ask a quick question. You say Stavros, you say you speak to people often that have mental health issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they go on social media and post this?
No.
So why is Tyrese doing this? Is he
Because-
after?
because
Is he after?
He's
to
a
get his
social
numbers
media
up?
whore.
that's what I'm saying.
So if he's a social media whore,
As in that's
does
his
that
wife.
necessarily
That is
mean
how-
he's going through mental health
Where
issues?
is his
He's
wife?
just trying to get attention.
No, listen,
He's just trying to get his
I
numbers
don't-
up.
All I'm saying is I don't know. I feel more sorry for the situation than I'm laughing at it.
And that's what I'm saying as well.
So
Me too.
if he's searching for attention, then I feel sorry for him for that reason. If he's actually got problems and he's just this is just his mental breakdown, I feel sorry for him. If he does have a problem and it's not a mental thing, it's just he misses his daughter so much, he's got issues with maybe how he interacts with her, then I feel sorry for the both of them and that whole unit of the mother, him as the father and the child, because that's a broken unit.
If he ain't got money, he needs to stop flying to Dubai every so often.
Where is his wife?
the new one.
Yes, because that's the person that should be dragging him back and saying, "What the hell are you doing? Stop this."
Maybe his new wife is the type of person that stays out of his business in that respect.
It's tough,
That's
man.
his business. That's her business now.
Sometimes, or what I feel is that once somebody meets a celebrity, even if they were somewhere popular themselves, and is his wife even popular at all? Is she?
I don't know who she is.
Okay. They don't get involved in that kind of thing. It's like, this is what you did to build your brand. This is what made you famous. And on top of that, clearly I have some sort of liking for it because I'm deciding to marry you. So I'm at least accepting you, or you would hope. I'm accepting you for who you are. This is what you did before you met me. It's not something new that's changed. So now why should you get in a relationship with somebody and try and change them? Because he was doing this nonsense, like you said. He'd been talking on Instagram or whatever these video services for time.
All I'm saying, yeah, is if it's a real thing, I'm concerned and all the rest of it. If at any point it comes out that this is some type of publicity stunt or whatever, lightning striking blood clot because he's taking the piss. As far as I'm
You can't
concerned,
use your children for.
you can't know.
Did he make a second video saying that he's got money as well?
I don't know, man.
He made one video to say he ain't got. He's crying about it. Then he made a second video saying I got money.
Listen, all I'm saying is this thing looks like, it looks to me it looks like he's breaking down, and it looks like he's breaking down and he's appealing for help, and I don't know what the actual reaction's supposed to be, but I know that people are laughing rather than taking it.
The reason why people are laughing is because in the past he's been very, very judgmental about other people.
Of course, yeah, but that happens.
Especially black women.
That happens.
So that's why the black women are like, "You fuck you." You see it there?
Yeah, I hear that, but I don't know.
That's
man.
just bad, man. Because this type of stuff he says is you shouldn't dress like this. You shouldn't.
Nah. He said,
What's he done? What's he done?
I forgot.
What's the worst thing he's done?
I forgot what he said, but there's things where he's proper like cuss them. Like he's not like he said that one as well. Like you shouldn't wear clothes, but there's times when he's actually cussed them.
Okay. Fair enough. Did you lot get that link I sent you for that video for the comedian? I don't know. He's the one that did that.
Michael
thing
Blackson.
with-
Yeah, it's Michael Blackson. I didn't hear it
Well,
though.
regarding
Oh my
the tyrant-
days! He said that the black community has got together. The dark skin, sorry, you're doing some light skin movements, and the dark skin guys,
Yeah, I've
we've
seen
got
it.
together, and we've decided to throw you out of the dark skin.
He said, who did he say? He said, me,
Wesley Snipes.
we're trading you in for Steph Curry and Drake.
Steph Curry and Drake.
And then right at the end of the video says, "Good luck with your case."
Michael Blackson's funny, man.
He went, oh, that was deep, man. He said, "You're doing too much." Hold on, he said, "Akon,
Yeah, Akon.
me, Akon, Wesley
Wesley
Snipes,
Snipes.
and another person. We got together and we decided we have to get rid of you because you're doing some light skin business, and we're trading you in."
The way that they just describe anything moist as light skin is wrong, man.
Where did that come from, anyways?
Oh, probably from what's his name? What's that singer?
It might have been Drake.
Nah, no, before Drake, man.
Before Drake. It's come from
Chico
slavery.
the Barge.
Chico the Barge, that's it. He was the original light skin.
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah, the light skin, the guy.
It come from slavery,
Ain't
man.
Chico the Barge the one that's a crackhead, though, ain't it?
I don't know, but he's
He's a crackhead, isn't
It
Nah,
come from slavery.
he's now
That's John B.
free of drugs.
Are you
So
sure?
he's
Because
doing his thing.
I've been watching something that my missus watches, Hip Hop Children or something, man. And his daughter's there, and he's a crackhead.
Yeah, he might
Watching
have-
it. Well,
he-
isn't it
he
like
might
when
have
Chico
gone in
was it
again.
the other
But
the
on-
Barge
but
brother?
on-
Which one's the one that
on
did something
Tyrese,
with
I haven't had my piece to say.
With Janet.
When you're
Yeah.
ready.
It wasn't Chico, it was the other brother.
that's the one I'm seeing, the other brother there.
Yeah.
Elder Bosch.
Yeah, Elder Barge, that's it.
No, that's the group.
No,
It's Chico.
but L is in the group.
I don't even think it's Chico the Barge, you know. What's the light skinned brother, man?
John B.
Nah, it's not John
No,
B.
John B is different.
There's one light skinned brother that was the official light skin, but I can't remember what it is.
I'll be sure.
Maybe I'll be sure, you know.
Gentleman.
Christopher Williams.
Mr. Wolf, talk about Tyrese.
Nah.
Your cousin.
He
your
has
pod brother.
he has set himself up nicely by doing his thing on social media. So it's kind of when you're in that realm, then you kind of set yourself up to be chopped up to pieces, innit? You know, people are there to judge you and to say their piece about you and say that you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. You know, he's basically stuck his neck out for it to be chopped off. However, I'm with Simple Simon on this one, and it's not just famous men that have to deal with these kind of things, you know. It's the regular guy that is out on the road, or someone who is trying to do the right thing by working, providing for their child and whatnot, and they're put in a situation where they kind of break down. I don't know enough men that have broken down being in a similar type of situation where access to their child is being restricted. So we can look at the whole fanfare of this and kind of mock the guy, and yes, it's funny, you shouldn't have done what you done. You know, he is a media whore, but in reality this could be a serious thing. The man loves his daughter and he's not seeing his daughter as much as he likes to.
The flip side of this also as well, that's concerning for me as well. He's doing it on the internet, isn't it? And you lot know that internets don't forget nothing. So this child is going to have to grow up in the future and see this shit. Because them kids at school are going to ribber about it. You know that already.
Apparently, he put like remember the last week we were talking about the flying plane messages.
Yeah.
Where they put a message in the
Put
sky.
a banner on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Apparently, he did that over the daughter's school or something.
Yeah.
And with her name saying "Daddy loves you" or whatever.
Yeah. And then also, apparently he's got, what do you call that when you restraining orders or something like that, where he's not allowed to go X, Y, Z, and he keeps breaching it by going to the daughter's school and all them kind of things.
Yeah, so there's a reason why they got a restraint. Like they don't put a restraining on you or order on you for no reason. So there's a reason why
we
they
know
do.
this. Do we know this as fact, or we just kind of
What?
you know?
that he's got a restraining
Yeah.
order.
No,
No, I
it's
know
known.
there's a restraining order. There is.
Okay,
Because
a restraining
there is
order
something about
on him to his missus or his child.
The child. There's something about him abusing the
and,
child.
and we don't know whether it's fact because again, let me just start by saying this. If he is abusing his child in a certain way, obviously we don't co-sign that. But I know of cases where lots and lots of lies have been told just to prevent the guy from seeing. The thing is that when I remember watching, what's that opposite to Diary of a Mad Black Woman?
Diary of a Mad Black
No, something else. I can't remember. But anyway, there was a guy that was talking about having difficulties with women. It was like a documentary type film type of thing.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
What's it called?
It was
I can't remember, man.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Go on.
Anyway, so
the French guy, innit? The French black.
Yes,
black,
he was in it. Yeah. So one of the things that kind of stuck out for me is the guy said that when a man is responsible, he tries his best and he wants to be there for his child after there's been a breakup. It seems like those are the ones that are being targeted because it is like the go-to place for the woman. They know that they can target them by using the child as a weapon. Whereas those ones who do nothing, who are whatless, who have no job and don't provide nothing for their kids, those are the ones that are kind of left behind. So maybe his ex-wife can see that the child is his weakness. The child is a weapon that I'm gonna use, and that's what I'm gonna use. So, yeah. But you can say that you can say that you're not backing that, but I know, it happens all the time. So who's to say that his wife is not doing that?
No, it happens all the time, but it just happens all the time where they just say, "I don't want you to come to see my child," and they don't really get to the level of getting a restraining order.
Bruv, are you crazy, bruv?
The restraining order,
and all sorts, putting men in jail for things that they haven't done, mate. It's happened.
Can I just say, according to E News, that previously there was Norma, his ex-wife, or the parent of the daughter.
His ex-wife, his name is Norma.
Yes.
That's what you get
from London as well. Go ahead, Karen.
She was granted a temporary restraining order against Tyrese, and she was granted legal and physical custody of their daughter. I believe for 9 years they had been co-parenting. Then she put out something about he had abused her, and the abuse was basically that he had pinned her down, put his knee on her back or something, held her hair or hand with one hand and beat her with the other. So basically a really rough beating. He said he didn't do it, and that was happening in court. I think this video he put out was just before he went to a hearing about the custody, but the issue about the abuse has been dropped. So he's not going to get charged for that now.
Why?
I don't know why, but that's gone. I don't know if the thing is continuing about the custody, but the custody thing only happened recently after, I think, a relatively decent co-parenting business for the past 9 years.
No, but real talk though, how can you justify $13,000 a month?
You can't, man. But we've spoken about this before. All of this $13,000 a month for child payment, $30,000 a month for alimony. Look at what's Mary J. Blige's ex-husband or soon-to-be ex-husband, whatever.
That one went for it,
he wants certain money, and he said, I don't know if you guys have heard this. He said that I deserve this money because she writes wonderful music when she's in pain from relationships, and since I'm a husband and I've put her through the pain, I deserve the money that I'm going to get now.
Yeah, but he didn't.
He said it with his mouth. He said it with his chest as well. You know? This man said it with his chest.
I put you through pain. I'll put you through pain, and the songs that you're making with the pain that I've put you through, I want some of that money.
We all know that Mary J. Blige makes the best music when she's going through. Yeah. No more pain.
But
I'm responsible for that pain. I won't have.
Didn't they think about? He didn't get the money in the end.
I don't know.
I thought the case. I saw something where the case had gone through, and he's not getting. What
he must get something.
Let Google tell me something.
No,
he must get something. And to be honest, as much as I don't want him to get something, I want him to get something still.
Yeah, principally, I know what you're talking about.
But I don't want him to get money because of that.
Yeah.
Just because if you left your woman and the woman got money and it was the other way around, you give her the money in it. But I don't know.
It's deep, man. But yeah, the Tyrese thing, I don't know, bro. To be honest with you, I don't. I've seen all the things that's going on online. I'm in a couple of groups where people are
completely mocking
and jeering, and my stance has been the same all the time. This is either real tragedy that's playing out in front of us, or he's attention whoring. But either way, I'm not.
He might be doing a bit of both.
I'm not putting my spoon in there.
I'm just saying, leave the Rock's name out your mind.
Man,
If you're gonna deal with your problems, deal with your problems. Stop blaming the next man.
I'm paying $13,000 a month. What more do you want from me? I said, nah.
Some people could say that you are actually a fantastic actor. That's what they could say.
And this is the best. Just coming on to that. This is the problem I have, yeah. And it might be wrong because humans is humans, isn't it? But when somebody's an actor, if they're going through something that I think is supposed to be emotional and they're showing that emotional thing, I don't know whether or not to believe them because they're an actor. I find it very difficult.
I hear what you're saying.
So I don't know the sincerity of an actor.
The thing about mental health, yeah,
basically
is that what they stop you there, is what a lot of counsellors, or what I've heard them say, is that you need a place to vent. Keeping it in is not good. That they need a place or a way to express themselves, to vent their anger, to show or to put their opinions across. And that may just be his, because before all of this madness, I remember him being so happy, with Dr. Dre or Millionaire, he's been doing videos, positive type videos and what have you, and this may be his release. Maybe he hasn't got that bona fide brethren that he can sit down and talk to. Maybe his fans are his way of communicating and letting his feelings out. Because if it is a mental health issue, boy.
Can I segue that into something else?
Before you do, let me just say, Norma, Tyrese, we hope that you sort things out. But most importantly, yes, for the child, we hope the child is healthy and happy and doesn't get tarnished too much in her life due to the issues with her parents and all the other children out there that have to deal with this kind of stuff as well.
You mean Norma Gibson?
Yeah, whoever that do, I don't know her surname.
Oh, you said Norma Tyrese.
Yeah, Norma and Tyrese.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said Norma Tyrese. That's her name.
Sorry.
Did he say and?
He didn't say and.
I don't have to say it.
Okay.
As long as you leave a long enough break, it's fine.
But
going about what you was actually just talking about, and going about something else you said on Chatting Ish, and talking about stuff that they spoke about on the low as well. This best friend thing, yeah.
What best friend?
Like, right, for one, has anyone here lost a very, 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 very close friend? Not in a way about not being murdered or anything like that. I mean, you was friends with somebody, you was cool with them, and then something's happened and you no longer speak to them.
Oh, yes. You lost? I thought you meant lost as in they died.
No.
Oh, not died. I have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steph?
No, we talk. So no.
No. Okay. So the guys that have lost a friend.
I'm still here, Steph.
The guys that have lost a friend, yeah? A very, very close friend.
Love you.
How did it happen? And how did you allow it to get to the point where you just don't talk to them anymore? If they're your bona fide. I don't get it.
Because you like calling people.
I don't know what that means.
I don't call nobody.
I don't call nobody either.
Were they?
I don't.
I'll message. Fine.
I don't call anyone.
Message them. Then.
I don't really message people either.
Okay, because I know there's people I talk to and there's like, yeah, when your brother messaged me, or when your brother, or when I spoke to your brother, or even you. This is when I spoke to this person, when I spoke to that person.
Trust me, I don't message people.
Okay, well, fair enough.
The only people I talk to are the people that's in this room most of the time, and then a couple of people from my workplace.
Guys, you want to answer his question? Was it all three of you that had lost a friend?
No, it's two. Yeah, no, with me, I'll just be very quick with it because I'm not going to go too. Okay, three. I'm not going to go too deep.
Man syndrome.
It had something to do with this person actually marrying my cousin.
Jesus.
Yeah. So this
no wonder when Steph now coming to ask for the sister, you was looking at him like, what? Another one? Again?
So this guy had married my cousin.
It was after that.
Yeah. Had a child with my cousin as well. It went pear-shaped. But I still, if I see him, I'll hug and say hello. We'll have a chat.
But you, because of the fact of what happened in their relationship, that stopped your friendship from flourishing to another level.
Yeah, me and someone else actually. Yeah, it kind of went pear-shaped, man, and we were like the three amigos, bruv.
Wow.
Yeah, that was. I was privy to all of that. Privy.
So you saw all of that stuff and still went and got asked for your sister?
I forgot about all of that, to be honest with you.
Fucking bastard.
Yeah, I was on
I understand why his reaction was the way it was before.
I was on the outside.
Cain killed Abel, you know.
That's out there, boy.
What's the third brother's name?
Who? Cain, Abel,
Bob.
Claff. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Neither can I.
that's Stav. Okay.
Cain, Abel, and stuff.
Cain, Abel, and Stav, and I'm still here. Yeah, I was there. I kind of saw it from the outside, so I wasn't like I was dotted in and out. I heard stories, and yeah, it was a big shame actually,
Big shame.
because all three people involved, I didn't know your cousin. I still don't know your cousin, but the three amigos were cool. It was cool. It was blessed being around them. It was they were also safe, and then this happens. So
there's two that are still
Standing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
But
another amigo now anyway. So he was always there, but he's now kind of
Okay.
Yeah, but what?
You've been
I
promoted.
know you don't want to get into it, but I'm just confused that, like, that kind of proximity. I don't know how that will stop you from being friends. I don't see.
It depends on what happens with the cousin, innit?
yeah.
If something bad happens to your cousin, and
Oh
your
yeah,
friend-
okay. So I see. Okay, cool.
It was deep. It was deep.
Ignore me.
Go on, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to go any.
Not really,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
That's what I said. Ignore me. Ignore me.
And for me, I just
you understand.
I want to go on you lot to say what you're saying, because I just want. It's just a weird situation for me that you so close to somebody, and then it can get to a point where somebody that's been in your life all this time, really close to you, and then bang, they're gone, and they're not a relationship type thing. It's just mad.
Well, okay, I'll do my story, which is I don't not talk to this person anymore, but the situation I brought up on Chat the Ish podcast, which I'm on this week, or last week, but we'll do that at the end, is that I had somebody that I knew since I was about 5 years old, and so obviously that's 33 years now, and at some point we started going down the wrong path. Have any of you actually seen Angels with Dirty Faces yet?
No,
That should even be my
Yes.
Simon Says. I mean,
Yes.
my Stavros says. But anyways, something like that kind of happened. Like I mentioned, something happened in the film, and it split their path. And he went down one way, I went down another way, and in his way, he went to jail. And
Goddamn.
me being completely ignorant to jail life and not knowing nothing about it, I didn't realize how important it would be to keep in contact with people on the outside. And I guess when he was, I'm just one of them people. If you're outside, you're out of mind, kind of thing. Maybe it's deep, it's wrong, whatever.
Out of
It is.
sight, out of mind.
Yeah, sorry. It is what it is, kind of thing. So I didn't reach out to them. I didn't call them as much as just doing some tidying up recently. I saw the letter. I still got the letters he sent me from inside, and I've got a letter because I started writing to him, and I never sent. And I don't think I ever sent him anything whilst he was in there for about 2 or 3 years. So he never got no letters from me. He only spoke to me when he called, and I only visited him once, and that was through a third bedroom that arranged it, basically. So it wasn't even through me. So I think through that, them 2-3 years of him being inside, and from me not basically keeping in contact like he would have hoped, and he would have expected, that he felt, nah, Stav is not the one, and he kind of distanced himself from me. That's what I think happened.
If
with
you
that.
could go back, would you have changed the way that you dealt with it?
Yes, definitely. Because I was just ignorant then. I just this is when I was younger, and I've spoken on the podcast before about how in my early 20s I just didn't know nothing. God knows how I made it this far. Yeah, God, it wasn't until my late 20s when I kind of understood life, and because for whatever reason. So in my early 20s, I knew nothing, I couldn't do anything, and that was that.
Well, have you ever thought about ringing that person and having a discussion about
I
it?
have, and I haven't done it yet.
So in other words, you're doing exactly the same thing you did in your 20s. You're delaying it.
No. In my 20s, I said I was ignorant. Right now, I know that it will be a good thing to reach out to this person and to have this conversation. I haven't done it yet. I will do though. So it's not that I'm never going to do it. But the thing is, this person, up to now, because I've made efforts to try and keep them close. Okay, for instance, I'll just be real with the story. For my wedding, I basically had to beg them to come to my wedding. Yeah.
So they came.
They came. The wedding was 2 parts, obviously, as you guys know. And the traditional part they came to, and the other one they couldn't, because they said they were doing something which I thought you would come to the wedding, but they wouldn't. It's like, well, I've got to do this and I'm doing that. And obviously they had plenty of warning, because you get plenty of warning for a wedding. So, but I had to beg them, and then it got to the point where it's like, all right, fine, I can come to the traditional one, which was a week before the white wedding, and they came, and that's cool. I took it. It's no problem. It's no beef thing. But the point is, it's not that I'm making no effort to keep in some sort of contact.
You have to talk about the situation.
Yeah, but-
Otherwise, it just makes
Yeah, or
it just doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah, because you haven't apologized for what you feel feels aggrieved about.
That's fair enough.
You're
that's
just
fair enough.
saying, "Oh, you're out now, so let's pretend like nothing happened" in his head.
Fair enough. But the thing was, before he went in, it's not like we spoke all the time anyways. You know, one of them friends that you count as close because you've known forever, but you don't talk to all the time. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I've said I understand in that situation you want to reach out to people that are your anchor. You are hanging because I don't think he was about that life really, and obviously you're now dumped into a situation with people that are not in your kind of world. And like I said, I was ignorant to the way I should have acted as a friend. I wasn't the type of person to call people or message people or reach out to people. But in that circumstance, if one of you guys goes to jail, I know that I don't ever go to none of your houses to chill out and all that stuff. But I would make the effort to go and visit you, to write to you, because you're in there, you're isolated, and that's now my role as a friend.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll still do that now. You know?
Well,
I would write letters, but I don't think I'll go in jail. I'm not gonna go to visit anyone in jail.
Why not?
It depends on what they've done.
Okay, but all right. So you guys want to say your stories before we move on to the next topic?
My thing's weird. Similar to you, I know the guy from about on the sandpit really, about 3 years old, primary school and that. So that's a good 30 bomb years. And I don't know what happened. It's just I can't actually put my finger on it and tell you what happened. All I know is that I used to check him all the time. Used to check his mum all the time or whatever, keep in the loop. And then it became apparent that I'm the one that's always doing the checking and keeping in the loop. So then I start to wonder whether or not this is my friendship as opposed to our friendship. So then I thought, all right, let me step back a little bit and not, you understand, like be so proactive with it. And in doing so, I see that it is really one-way traffic.
Like a female.
Something like that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, so this is one-way traffic. So then what is this friendship about? Do you know what I mean? Like, what is this? What is this friendship about?
Female.
So
because
You don't like me like I like you, do you?
I'm the person on the other side of that story.
But
all the time.
Here's the thing, though. I'm not the type of person necessarily that has to check you all the time. And I tell people all the time that with me, I might not call you, innit? You might not see me or whatever, but know that we're cool. If you come to me 6 months later and we haven't spoken and you ask me for help and I can help you, I'm going to help you because that's how we've established our friendship. Do you know what I mean? So with this one now, I see, okay, he's not checking, man. I didn't even take that to heart. That wasn't even the problem. I just took that to heart. Okay, I'm going to waste less energy now with trying to keep up with you or whatever. That's all good and cool. I don't have any malice towards you. I don't feel
you
no
saw
way.
it as wasted energy, though.
No, because if it's one way, and this is supposed to be a friendship, if it's one way, yeah, all the time, and it's like, at one point, it's like, so how does this work? Do you know what I mean?
I'll come back to you, but
yeah. So anyway, after I stopped putting in that energy now, I weren't really too worried about him not getting back in contact with me because in my mind, I'm still cool. And the 1 and 2 times that I spoke to him on the off chance, I'm like, bruv, you know we're still cool, innit? Like, we've known each other from the sandpit, so it don't matter what happens. You come to me X amount of years later, we're still good. As far as you're the same person that you are, then that's it, we're still good. But the time where I think I can even admit that I was a little bit like, nah, this is taking the piss, when I had my daughter. And I phoned him and I said to him, yo, man's dropped her ute, you know. She weighed this much, she was born this day, boom, boom, boom. Yeah? Holla, man, innit? Oh, yeah, congratulations or whatever, boom, boom, boom. Bruv, the man ain't seen my daughter till today. 2.5 years later.
Has he got any kids?
He hasn't got any kids. 2.5 years later, he ain't seen my daughter until today. So then I think to myself, hang on a minute. It's a bit deep, isn't it? Is that not a bit deep?
Yeah.
So at that point, I said to myself, okay then. Like, I still haven't even written him off necessarily, but I'm not going to go and contact him. Forget it.
Okay, I hear you.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
I hear you.
So after that, I was like, boy, what can you do?
I'm usually the person on the other side of that thing because, like I said, I don't reach out to people, and sometimes people take that as you don't care about me or whatever. But it's just not that. I'm just not built to text and call, and that's it. And there's somebody that we know, Ozzy. So I'll call her Ozzy for now. And when we first started chatting, I told her this about me, and she's the only person that said, you know, it's cool, no problem. I'll be the one to reach out to you. I know people like you, it's not a problem. I am the type of person to reach out, and that's cool. and then she's the first person that's said it. But I think at that point in my life, this would have been about 8 years ago. So I realized that was the type of person I was, and I had these issues with my previous friends and whatnot. So I could vocalize it, and the person said, "I accept you for who you are. That's not a problem. I'll be the one to reach out," and that's the way it's been since then. And to be honest with her, I kind of always feel more guilty because I feel like, boy, you just told somebody I'm never gonna call you. I'm cool with you. Anytime you need something, so me and her is cool. You know, I'm always willing to do stuff for her, and I do. But but not pick up the phone and call you.
Yeah, I'm the same like that.
I'm exactly the same way. So I know exactly what you're saying. But for me, if a man rings you, like, put it this way, I went primary school with him. I went secondary school with him. I went college with him. Do you understand? Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, we've got a foundation that's built there that says, like, you've been alive all this time. Do you know what I mean? There's bare things that have happened in between. He's been around when all of the bare things have happened in between my family with his family and all the rest of it. So you build a foundation. That's supposed to be the squaddy, isn't it? So, all right, cool. So when, for me, the daughter one was the straw that I said to myself, boy, I really have to wonder what's going on out here. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you know, sometimes there's people that are you're friends with because of time. It's just because of time, and then there are people that you're friends with because of, I don't know, other sort of commonalities. So this dude I'm talking about with me, if we weren't because we were in primary school and secondary school, we didn't go any further than that. But if it wasn't for that section of years, we probably never would have been friends. I wouldn't have met him on road and just, me and you are going to be friends. We're completely different. It's just time made us friends because we were in the same class, in the same school for so long.
Going by that point, I've had this with one of my boys. Like, one of my boys is from school.
We're never in the same class.
From school, there's three mans that we that still chat to each other for me from school properly, yeah. And one of them keeps in touch with all of the rest of the man them that was around, yeah, right. He still keeps in touch with them and blah blah blah, and he's always getting into problems with them. Like they always take this guy is a very he's a very giving person, right? He hasn't got much to give, but he will try and help you out all the time in certain ways, yeah, right. And I think a lot of these mans feed off of that and try and take the mick at times with him. And he's not a chump. He's not a chump by the least. He's a bad man even in the same in any way, but he will try his best to do things for certain people. Whereas somebody like me, as you know, and you can call me miserable, whatever.
I don't ask man for nothing.
I just cut people off straight. I don't have any problem. I'm the type of person, if I don't speak to you 3-4 months, I don't have to speak to you again. And I'll be happy with that. I'll have no qualm about that. I have no issues with that. So a lot of these people that we used to go to school with, I just haven't spoken to them for years. And he's come to me, he's like, oh, wow, you need to speak to these man. Like, we used to roll together. And I'm like, why? And he's like, well, we was cool. I said, yeah, we was cool, but now it's a different time. Now I don't need to be cool with them anymore because we was at school together. We did things together. At that time, we were cool. Now I have nothing in common with that person anymore. So why do I need to keep them around? Because we was cool before. If he was that cool, he would come to find me. Obviously, we're both happy with the fact that apparently some of them are saying, no, I don't check for them. That's fine. But I don't see you coming to find me. So it's a two-way street. It's just that I'm happy with the way I am and you're not so happy where you are. So I'm with Stav. Sometimes it's just a time when you are that those people, excuse me, those people that are your friends.
Did you just dribble? I just dribbled out of his mouth.
It was thinking about his friends and he dribbled.
Bro, it's coming down your beard, bro.
I did that at Stav's wedding as well, boy. It was disgusting. But anyway, so
this guy just dribbled.
I don't even remember.
You weren't there. You weren't there. Basically, because I was running to go and sort out your thing, I was running to the room to go and tell them that you're coming in late. And then while I was talking, I just spat. And I mean, a whole big dirty spit. Everybody was, when the whole crowd looks at you like, what's going on here? Mum wasn't happy, boy. Mum gave me one shaking of the head. Like,
it's all good. It's all good. Web slinger.
Yeah. Wow.
Do another person?
Yeah. Everybody.
Hold on. There's tons of people. You followed that with.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows I've got a cut-off policy.
I completely forgot.
Everybody knows I've got a cut-off policy. I cut people off quite easily. But this said person,
Is that said person the same said person from before?
Shut up, old
you
man.
Get me? The said person.
No, it's someone different.
You do know that you're older than me.
Different, yeah. But you act older than me.
Man drinking full fat milk.
why are you telling people what I'm drinking?
Why the fuck not, bruv? You get me?
That's where the dribble comes from. But anyway,
it's meant to dry the throat.
This individual, we didn't go to school together, but we had commonalities. We DJ'd together and did everything together. He was like my right hand man, almost like my My wingman.
Oh, I thought we were talking about somebody else.
Raw.
Okay,
Seriously.
yeah, continue.
Seriously, yeah.
Wow.
So this must be recent then.
No, it's been
a while. It's been a while. Yeah.
If you ain't seen him around, it's been a while.
Yeah,
Been
but
a while.
I know you've spoken to them.
No.
Yeah, it's because I've been in the car with you and you said I was last week. I said, oh, how are they?
No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Let the
sorrow
man
now.
finish, man, what he's saying.
Who cares about what he has to say?
Shut up and drink your milk.
Anyway, go on.
milk.
Because I don't know this story. Then carry
God,
on.
milk.
I thought it was someone I knew.
So yeah, after a period of time, there was a situation that occurred where a woman entered the lives of this individual, and we'd always been the type of
because
You
there's
fucked her, didn't you? You fucked her, didn't you?
No, what the fuck? No, man.
He did.
No, I actually didn't. No. And I'd always said, we'll
Did
never
you
let
get
a
hit?
woman get in the way of our friendship. No.
You're very big on that thing, though. You're very looking for that at times.
What's that?
A woman getting in the way of
Let him
friendship.
finish his story.
I'll spit on you, man.
It's cow's,
I spit on you.
it's cow's milk. It makes people just talk. Yada yada.
I spit on you.
Anyway,
Go on.
so he moved on, and
Is the milk off?
No, it's fine.
Go
Go
on.
on.
Cringing like that.
he moved on and decided to move in with this woman and live up Muckle, and didn't discuss it with me. Now I think,
Oh my god!
no, I know what you're all gonna. I know. Look at everybody's faces. I know what you're all gonna say.
What kind of woman is you, bruv?
And people have said that's a bitch move, bro. And I goes,
Hold on. He moved in and decided to live up what?
Muku,
Up Muku.
as in different
Foreign.
outside
A
of
foreign.
No, Doncaster.
Yeah.
He went cunt.
He live a
country.
foreign.
He went
up in the
cunt.
country.
He live a foreign.
Anyway, so he moved out of London up north, yeah?
moved that, did all of this, and like I said, didn't discuss it with me. And we talk about everything, and I know it does seem bad, but I've done a lot for him.
Oh my god, you actually sound like a proper
Yes,
wife.
I know it sounds.
Yatch! Yatch!
I know
He
it
said he didn't discuss it with me.
No.
I've done a lot for this man.
Yes,
Hang on.
Wow,
can
you
I
sound
ask-
like
He
a
sounds like a-
light-skinned singer.
I sound like it. I'll be sure. I know this.
Question. What part of the cycle are you in now?
I'm in the final
Oh, okay.
stages.
All right. Cool. Go on.
No, and I know it sounds bad, and it sounds really, really bad, and we haven't spoken over that situation. The funny thing is, when I found out all of this, his missus that he's moved in with has invited me to dinner at her house, and I said, no, it should be him that invites me.
Oh my,
my.
god.
Yes, I know it's bad. I know it's bad.
I'll be honest with you.
Oh, man. I swear, talking about people going to jail, people falling
The
out. He's like,
actor,
when you leave
man.
this
another girl took him from me.
When you guys say you need to go fight man on the street just to get some form of manliness out of
Hey,
it.
bro, I don't know how you're getting home. I ain't dropping you nowhere, cuz. Fuck is that about,
You
bro?
got to put his leg on his hand on your leg, bro.
You know what? We're here for you. Finish.
Webslinger will now say, at this point and juncture, he has checked himself and understands his misconduct.
So call him.
So
innit?
you're going to go?
No,
Call him.
Is the friendship over for you?
it's not over, but we just haven't spoken
Call
in a
him.
long period of time. I don't want to call him.
But
To be honest, I don't wanna call him.
I got a feeling the other one doesn't even know there's a problem.
This is what
No,
I'm
he
talking
knows
about.
there's a problem.
Oh, so he knows.
He knows there's a problem.
Oh my! You actually
does
do
he know
sound
why?
a bit further as well. He knows there's a problem. He
So
knows.
you
Oh, he
okay?
knows
all right.
why.
So,
You
so,
might as well shake your neck. He knows there's a problem.
He clicked his finger.
go on, then, Wala, 'cause you wanted
But
to
a
go-
lot of
Click my
the
finger, nigga, I'm wrong.
deterioration of our friendships runs deeper than just that situation.
Well, you've
But
had
that
problems with
is-
this person before, though, innit? There was a time when you went talking to that person before.
if you've had good friends, man, especially if it's boys.
We've had
you
our
always
we've
have
had
your-
our ups and downs and ins and outs, but we've always come back and said, yeah, you know, everything is all good. But certain other
We
things,
used to break up to make up.
certain other things led up to this point, and this point was probably we'd call it call it the straw that broke the camel's back, the metaphoric straw that broke the camel's back.
Wow.
It's just deep, man.
And I will say, I do realize it sounds like a real bitch movie.
No.
It does sound. It does.
No. It is.
It is a bitch move, yeah.
I'm not going to deny it.
That's moist.
I do sound like a moist.
Okay,
it was like
if
you're
you know you're
upset
being
with
moist,
happiness.
I almost sound like Tyrese. I understand this.
if you know you're being moist, why don't you like say, look, let me get my ass off my shoulders and I'm being moist. Let me stop.
Yeah, dry up the ting, innit?
Drive the team.
Oh my God.
Wahala, pass me the milk. No, do you know what? I think the time has gone by so much that
It's awkward now.
You don't care.
it's
now.
not awkward. I just don't care.
Bruv, do you need a
anymore.
hug?
No, I don't need a hug. I'm over it.
I'm gonna say get it from fucking where else because I ain't no hug right here for you, bitch. Wow.
But yeah, it is what it is.
Nah, I mean it's interesting that you've taken that the way you've taken that. It's interesting. That is interesting.
So the issue was, just before we move on, because we've got one last topic before we go out. So let me ask this and move on. A couple of things. One was that this woman came and he decided to leave without discussing it with you first. And then two, this thing about the invite to dinner.
Those were elements of it. Yes, there were. Like I said, there were more things that led up to the point, but that was the main point.
But
One of the main
it
points.
involved the woman, these things.
It didn't necessarily involve the woman,
Okay.
Mr. Wolf.
Yes. Question.
Yes.
Not for
What
you.
you think about me?
Okay.
Always runs through my mind when somebody says
Especially
question
now
like
when
that.
it's talking about this one.
What's that?
Tell me what you think about me.
Yes. Question is not for you.
Because that's I could hear Web Slinger singing that song.
Well.
On my feet, I got it.
The question is for Wahala.
What's good? What's
Ding,
good?
ding, ding. Do you want to phone a friend?
No,
Anyway.
go on.
Okay. Let's hypothetically speaking here.
Mm.
Simple Simon has a new lady in his life.
Yeah.
They, you meet his woman or what have you.
Mm.
And next thing you know, he's moved to Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
Without talking to you or saying anything at all.
Mm.
Just up and elope, leave, go, AWOL, and he's found a job, he's settled and what have you.
Okay.
What do you do?
Can you still make the podcast?
I don't know.
If you still
Let's
make the
just say
podcast-
that there's no podcast. Let's just say that there's no commitment there.
Yeah, no, that's
regarding
not what
the
the issue is
podcast.
because I don't get up to go and visit him anyway.
All right.
So for me, the communication is via telephone. If he did that, I'll be shocked. Like, what? You just went and left, man. You didn't even show what's going on. I'll be like, cool, but I'm not gonna say that I'm not talking to you about it. I'll just be like, what? I'll be asking him what type of devil woman would make you just get up and go and leave like that. I'll blame the woman as most men would do. She's a woman. But then I'll be like, what possessed you to go to Wolverhampton? Two, I'm not coming to visit you as well. Unless, again, like he says, unless something dramatic happens and the child drop or something like that, then I might have to go all the way up there. But I'm not just driving to Wolverhampton to go and chat football.
Have to drive and see your child.
No, it's Wolverhampton. He should bring the child to London.
He's moved.
In fact, he should do like
left London.
Africans do, and when your child gets bored, he should drive to London to have the child born in London. Not so he wasn't even born in Wolverhampton. Because I don't want that accent. It shouldn't happen to any child that I know.
That is a curse. I was born in.
And I'm assuming that that's going to be the same response if it was you.
What, if
Simple Simon.
you upped and left?
Yeah.
I'd be like, right, that's a bit different.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
But whatever, innit?
Well-
I think that's what everybody would do.
It's not that. It's not. No.
Ain't
As
that
he,
right?
as
The
he
actor.
turns and looks at
He probably was on his bed looking
the
at his
bitch
phone.
slinger.
Looking at his phone. Looking at,
Did you cry?
Oh, I didn't.
every time
cry.
he posts something on Facebook, he looks at the location settings and gets us Wolverhampton.
All right. Last topic. Unless you want to say the final word.
Not. Well,
No, do you know what? Out of this whole situation, like I said, I realized where I should have been the
Don't
bigger
be
man out of
diplomatic.
it.
Do you think
no,
that's
but
the
no,
same?
no,
I-
but we fucked up though. We fucked up because the man expressed himself and he opened up, expressed himself, and we mocked the fuck out of him.
Yeah, but we also said that. No. We mocked him because he should be mocked. In this situation,
It's not messing up. If somebody deserves to be mocked, you mock him.
yeah, he should be mocked. Because he knows in this situation, he has not done the right thing. If he had done the right thing in the situation, if he said to us that the man did something like he juked him or did something, we'd be like, no, that's not nice. You shouldn't. The man decided to go somewhere with a woman, and because he didn't alert you. It's the way he said it. If he said, you know what,
He didn't consult me.
Yeah, he after left, and he didn't even tell me as a friend that he was leaving. I'll be like, that's a bit dark. He said he didn't consult me before he went. So he has to ask for permission
I'm not laughing.
to go where he's going. That's what he said. Like, he didn't ask me permission to end this relationship so I could go to where I was going. That's what it sounded like.
How dare you?
I'm not laughing.
No, but
How dare you?
I'm not laughing.
it could have been worded better. But yeah, he did up and leave, and it was like ghosted. Like,
Jealousy.
No, it's like, where's man's them? Oh, you know he's moved to Ting Ting with so and so. Like, what? Man didn't even tell me.
Yeah. So to me,
Oh, what did he tell other people?
He told other people.
Oh,
other people asking him what's going on with his life.
No.
That somebody would have been asking what you on.
No. It's like, oh, what's going on with you? Yeah, you know what? I'm up in sticks and I'm going to live with so and so in Mukul with so and so in her house with her kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody asked him the question, what's going up with you? And he explained that to them. You were asking him the question.
And at that point, the person said, did you tell Webbs? No. Why not? Well.
He's going to cry about
do
it.
Do you know what? Me and Stav have known you for a long time.
Oh, what?
Me and Stav have known you for a very long time. And I don't know if Stav will think the same thing with me, but I can probably understand why that person went, well. One, you might not like the woman. And you will probably start cussing at the woman all left, right, and sundry.
Didn't have a problem with her.
Yeah, but he may decide that you.
No, he knows I don't have a problem with her.
And two, yes, you may go on like a bitch, like the way you're going on now, and he didn't want to have that discussion with you about it.
No, I would have at least said, all right, cool. Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to get into this situation?
Maybe he didn't want that good
How long ago was this?
Cool. How long ago is it since he's been gone?
No, but some people don't want that discussion. They don't want the person of reason. That's the person that can change their mind.
When I saw your gash, I said, she's dirty.
No, but the thing is, it's not
Could
for
never
me.
be me.
It's not for me to change his mind. He's a grown man. He can do what he wants.
How long?
Obviously, he can't do what he wants because he has to consult you. That's all right.
It's been 4 or 5 years now.
So is he like married with children now?
He's subsequently the surrogate father to his children.
Say what?
When I saw your gash, I was like, she's dirty, but
Damn. Let's leave it there. Surrogate, yeah?
Rude boy, that's you.
Damn.
Could never be me.
A quick one then, because we're running to the end. Do you censor to avoid the conspiracy theory tag? And I'm looking at Mr. Wolf and
How can this be
DJ
a quick one?
Webslinger.
Huh? Why me?
Because
No,
you make
Simple
people...
Simon, man.
Come on now.
Simple Simon's a
No, you are the
theorist.
you are the king conspiracy theorist.
As
And
in
then
simple.
in
You're
fact,
the question.
when did the conspiracy label come into being and for what reason?
Can
I think
you
the second one is a deep thing. But basically, we'll dwell on the first one for now.
ask the question again, please.
Basically, do you feel that there are things that you think are going on?
Go on, no, I'm... Go on.
Things that are going on in the world, things that are happening behind closed doors that some people would describe as a conspiracy theory. And do you feel that I can't say this on public? I can't say this on the podcast. I can't say it on social media because people are going to call me a conspiracy theorist and they're going to go blah, blah, blah. You're always chatting about this nonsense, chatting about Illuminati, chatting about this, Masons, stuff going on behind doors, or politicians doing this and that. So you just don't say it. You don't feel comfortable talking about these kind of things. It's like, I don't want to be labeled as that kind of person.
If something needs to be said, I would just say it. You know, I am not a threat to these people. I'm just a regular guy trying to get his way through life, innit? You know, but there are bigger organizations who try to push the idea of conspiracy theories. They try to inform the masses. They feel like it is their job to let people know what these people, these so-called people, want to hide from them. I believe that conspiracies are out there. I think it's kind of common to everybody, and it's kind of a subconscious, it's a subconscious feeling. People know it, but a lot of people don't really care, to be honest, because it doesn't really affect them, or they feel like it doesn't affect them. It does, but they just get on with everyday life.
People believe, but they just choose to push it away.
Yes.
Not that a lot of people just don't actually believe.
I think that people believe that there's a Big Brother. There's the what's that film with Will Smith?
I know what you're talking about.
Damn,
Was it not called conspiracy?
No,
No,
Enemy of the State.
Enemy. I mean, I think that there are some people out there that are put in a similar kind of situation where their life can be just wiped from the face of the earth. I mean, when you look at the shooting that happened in Vegas, there's now images of a helicopter flying around shooting down at people. So I thought that there was multiple shooters, but looking at that image and the video footage, which looks as genuine to me, that there was a helicopter that was shooting. So
Do you think 9/11 was done by the government?
absolutely.
But you're not conspiracy theorist.
I never said I'm not. I said that Simple Simon is also a conspiracy theorist.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I said I'm not the only one.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misheard.
Yeah, of course it was.
Of course it was.
Without a doubt.
So you guys?
No, the same, because 9/11 was the example I was going to give as well, right? I remember a while ago, it was obviously after it had happened. I think we were all there actually. Remember that time we went to Alton Towers? We were all in a room just having a conversation in the hotel, and the 9/11 thing came up, and I was like, boy, that looks like an inside job.
Straight away.
Yeah, I was like, that looks like an inside job, and not only does it look like an inside job, I don't feel like that plane hitting the building was the reason why the building came down. The way the building came down looked like one of them
controlled explosion.
I didn't say controlled explosion because I didn't know the term at the time. At the time, I said it looked like a demolition, like somebody was taking down a building. Yeah, and in that conversation, I think there was a person in the room that was either worked for an architect's firm or was an architect or what have you. Yeah, and she was like, "Nah, I don't know why people are saying this kind of thing, talking complete nonsense or what have you. If you get hit, if a building gets hit by a plane, temperature, talking all this talk or whatever." So then it got to the point where I was like, okay, maybe I'll just stop having the conversation, innit? Because not because I don't feel like what I'm saying is of any value, but it's almost like having a conversation about religion kind of thing. Like one person's gonna quote religion to you, the other person's gonna tell you why it's not, and you just don't get anywhere in the end. So I didn't start censoring myself. I just pick. Is it like picking your battles, knowing when you're gonna have the energy to get into it? That same person, 3-4 years later,
came to you. No,
they didn't come to me. Come back talking about the same 9/11 and saying, "Oh yeah, whatever," but talking it in a way that I kind of felt like you've done a 360 on your, or 180 on your complete stance from before, and now all of a sudden, what was rubbish and conspiracy theory from me saying it, you're now saying it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's because now it's become common chat that people are saying about 9/11. Anyway,
so the point that I'm making is, when I see something that I feel XYZ ABC about, I say at the time, not necessarily for any other reason other than later on when it comes out, I'm like, yeah, I said that from the beginning. Do you know what I mean?
When I see things or when we see videos, the first person that I wait for them to kind of break it down is Simple Simon. To see something, that nobody else has seen.
Because it's happened, isn't it? There was the France one. Remember the France one, and I said straight away, nah, this don't look thing, but because XYZ ABC, boom, it come out that the France one was. I was like, nah.
I know that. I mean, for me, there is a much bigger agenda out there. The whole ID cards, and I think that there are things that are so far from our mindset and our thought process as to what they're trying to do, that we may say it's this, but in fact it's something completely different. Things that we know nothing about. But I do think that there is a bigger plan, that they're trying to push certain things. And I believe that there are people in high places that are able to manipulate a lot of things. We can talk about Rockefeller and all these kind of people, even the monarchy. You know, when people do things that are wrong, for example, there are people in places that can kind of shift and move things to try to benefit themselves. We can even go to Stephen Lawrence. There were people in place to try to hide it, and they almost did. Look at the MPs and the whole paedophilia thing. There's people in place to push it under the carpet. You know what I mean? So when we look at the bigger picture now, we can talk about Gaddafi. There's people in place to try to maneuver and to move him out of the way so they can push their agendas.
The problem is, right, and the reason why conspiracy people get clipped early is because a lot of the time you don't have necessarily, I don't know if it's evidence, but you don't have enough backing.
This is the thing, though. This is the thing. In the 2017,
drop the thing.
Evidence is coming out thick and fast.
But
look, Snowden.
Yeah,
all of that stuff that they came with, all of these documents. But I tell you, all of these, all them WikiLeaks.
But the thing is,
people still don't read the things.
There's that, but then there's the other side of that. Those documents are coming out talking about things that people have been talking about for a long time. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
It's just proof now.
It's just proof. Like, so,
there's proof. There is proof.
We weren't chatting shit.
So, does everyone on the table believe 9/11 was some sort of state attack against itself or its people for whatever reason, for finances or for power or for whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, of
So
course.
it's 1, 2,
Yep.
3.
I also believe that the government was involved in some way, shape, or form.
Well-
It's an insurance job, innit?
So I'm the only one. So you think it was
Insurance
actual?
job.
I just don't know, and I don't because I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So then
But
I don't.
my assumption is that they were involved because they could have shut the thing down and they didn't.
True.
And the one that was going to the Pentagon suddenly,
Yeah.
and the person had a penknife.
Come on, man.
And then they find, out of all that rubble, the passport of the people.
They
was
always find a
It was
passport.
always the one. Come on, man.
Crisis
have you heard
actors.
a building-
Crisis actors.
A building
simple.
yeah, crisis actors.
Why don't you be a crisis actor?
a building,
You
yeah.
made some money from that shit, bro.
He's baiting it.
Stop crying, though.
You're going down!
They're shitting on Windowsill.
An African crisis actor.
The one with the 5-foot dreads.
Do it.
The building that wasn't even involved, building 7, that was nothing to do with the other two buildings, just randomly falls down. But, bruv,
Oh yeah, what happened? What papers are in there again? Or what documents are in that like important documents? Or was it a finance thing?
who knows? It's not
Weapons
there
of
No, the
mass
people know. There was-
destruction, bro.
Yeah, there was like finance.
Yeah,
documents
weapons of
or
mass
something.
destruction.
We
Yeah,
knew.
sure,
Do you know how
sure.
they knew that they had the nuclear weapons?
Was it?
Because they sold the weapons to them.
Yeah.
You understand?
But they didn't find the weapons though.
But they didn't find it because they've all been used. So he said that there's nothing here. And do you know what they found? Nothing. Do you understand? And then after they had,
They found Saddam, boy.
yeah, they found him afterwards.
Underneath
But
one thing.
after they had gone to the lengths of getting the UN inspector, he said they have no weapons. Basically, just leave it. Just let it go. And then it was months after that what happened? 9/11 happened.
Okay. Even
And
the next,
then
even the
They
next,
go to Iraq.
exactly.
And none of them are from Iraq.
And then the next thing, what's my man's name again? The bin
Osama.
Yeah, Osama bin Laden.
How can you forget Osama's name? That name is gonna be synonymous for life.
Yeah, but so look, they took out Osama bin Laden. No body, no nothing, no. And the reason why they did that, what they say, because they didn't want to martyr him. Come on, how could you not martyr him? You martyred him his whole life.
They dashed him in the river.
That's what they said. His whole life they martyred him. Yeah, because they made him into a brand. He was a household name, whether you like it or not. He was a household name. They kill him, and no, we don't want to martyr
they
him.
empowered him as
Come
well.
on, thank you. Come
Put
on,
a bit of Osama on your bread.
Remember they gave him. He was a rebel for them.
he was a rebel for them at one point.
I saw a picture of Hillary Clinton and him shaking hands.
Of course,
Him and the Bushes.
Yeah, but
their families.
the families
we're
are
brethren.
connected.
families
Osama's rich, you know.
God, the family's
The
rich,
Ladens are
man.
rich out
And
in
some
the
of them
streets.
live here.
Yeah, why not?
Where?
They can't live.
Unfortunately, it seems.
That's what I'm saying. This is not a small thing. Innit?
We'll have to carry this over into the next episode then, because we're running late now
And we will
need to
forget.
finish. No, I'm actually gonna, because this is interesting. You guys are passionate about this. This is quite interesting. So yeah, I want to hear what you guys have to say about certain things. Think about them in the weeks. So
Lady
let's do the
Diana.
church notes and the goodbye. Ooh, yeah, everything.
Dirty Diana.
Next we'll go into it next week. Next week we'll go into it.
Dirty Diana.
What did he say? What did he say?
Oh.
Princess Di.
Oh
Dirty
shit!
That's another one.
God damn.
We have no weapons of mass destructions. We have oil. That's good enough.
Do you know what? The funny thing is, I actually think that I believe that my phone has been tapped. I remember that there was one of my brethrens, yeah,
Get your tin full
years
of your
ago
head.
when I had my
You have to hold this
when
story
I
to
had
next
my
week.
Nokia phone. When I had my Nokia phone, the very the first kind of brick one. He goes, you know what, Mr. Wolf? In a few years' time, give it 5 or 10 years, they're gonna be able to tap into mobile phones. They're gonna be able to do this. I said, don't be stupid. And lo and behold, boom. They tap into everything. They can get into everything, every part of any communication to do with Wi-Fi.
Have you seen that Snowden film?
No.
You need to watch it, boy.
That Snowden film is a madness.
All right.
These
Yeah, go.
just recently, CNN TV report, they were talking about smart TVs.
Smart meters.
Oh,
Smart TVs.
I sent that
Oh,
in.
I saw the
Yeah, I
smart
sent
TV
in the-
one
I
and
sent
the one
in the
about
video.
smart meters as well.
What happened with the smart meters now?
The smart meters calculate and register how much energy you use,
Yeah.
how much time you go online.
Yeah.
So they basically have a footprint of your lifestyle and how you move,
Mhm.
and they trace you through that.
Well, okay, that's yeah. But this TV one's
But
deep.
the TV one is even deeper. But we saw that in Enemy of the State.
Yeah, the fucking
That was 15 years ago.
They-
that
Yeah.
film.
me. I'm a paranoid person anyway, yeah. And my paranoia doesn't stem from just being paranoid.
For the people that don't know, tell them about the Samsung. It's TVs.
The Samsung TVs now, they got the the smart TVs, they got cameras on them, yeah? That you can use that for video conferencing or whatever. And basically, your TV can be hacked. So that
very easily.
It's not very easily. They need to be local to the TV first of all. They need to actually input a USB stick into the TV. So it's not that easy. But the people that actually had these documents,
it's easy, bruv.
I have to go to your house and do it. It's
you
not
don't
like
have to go to my house. I could go, people buy display units off the shelves in TV shops. You know, you just go into a TV shop and you just bang your thing into all of them, upload it there. That's it.
Okay, but either way,
even the Internet of Things is not even safe, bruv.
It's not even. That's the most unsafe. But
I'll just
anyway, the TV can record you and doesn't tell you that it's recording you, and basically somebody can listen to your conversations, watch your videos of you and all the rest of it, spy in your yard.
And if you go online to make a purchase, it takes your details.
Yeah, but that's standard.
That is
okay. I want people to know that aren't internet or tech savvy that everything you do on the net, I have to tell my wife this all the time, is being scanned and searched. The simple example I can give you is when you go to search for that new pair of trainers that you like, or the hat or the shirt, and then when you're going through the rest of the website, you might go through Facebook or whatever, and you see, oh, there's an advert for that shirt I was just looking for. Mm-hmm. That's the very easy way of doing it. It's cookies on your computer. They track that you went to Jay and Stone's shirts, and then they show you the same shirt that you're looking at because they want to sell you. Everything that is on the net, everything that is connected can be done. So your phone, my phone, can be hacked to the point where the camera, and I'm talking about the phone that's in your pocket now, so not the smart TV that is $1,000 that you can't afford. The phone that's in your pocket can be hacked so that the camera will switch on, record you, whilst the phone looks like it's off, recording the audio, the visual, and sending it back periodically to another phone somewhere else.
And this is what I was saying.
This is not a hard thing to do.
And this is what I was saying, that I know and I feel I've even maybe heard that I may have been tapped, and I've been like, I'm not that guy, you know. If you're coming to tap into my phone, you're just wasting your time.
Have you spoken on the phone?
Yes,
yeah, I know you're listening.
Said it. I know you're listening. I just like pounded yam and egusi. I'm not the guy that you're looking for. Go and do your job properly.
And then you hang up in it.
Yes,
and they're still listening.
Yeah.
Bruv, listen,
you don't get it.
Listen. You see that?
The microphone on your phone is
on forever.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. You see that thing that you sent with the video, yeah, on the TV. That's the second part of it. The first part of it was that the TV does audio commands, innit? The audio command doesn't turn off. Samsung got in trouble for that.
Yes.
It record every bumble cloud thing. The whole conversation that you're having in your yard is going up there. If you're having an argument with your missus or whatever. So, yes.
I think some of them tend to waste their time.
On one hand, it could be good, because if there's a domestic violence thing going on in a yard and the TV's recording the audio of what's going on, that could help your case, innit? But let's be honest. There's no need for that 24-hour.
Oh,
I didn't watch the video you sent because I think it's something that I already knew about. It's quite old news. The thing is...
No, it's because you don't watch my videos.
The thing is...
Nobody likes you.
Is the people that found this was when they hacked the... was it FBI?
Yeah.
And they released the stuff that was hacked from the FBI. It was them that had this knowledge. So not your everyday hacker had it. The government had it.
Yeah.
And they kept it to themselves because they want to use it, basically. What they say is they want to use it against foreign agencies, isn't it? And we want to use it against Russia. We want to use it against our enemies. But they're the ones that knew about it. But on that note, we'll continue with this next week because it's an interesting conversation that we're running late.
No worries.
Church notes, goodbyes, everything. Mr. Wolf, you want to go first?
No.
Simple,
Simon. I want to do one of the recommendation things today. British artist, girl going by the name of Mahalia.
Oh, you know her?
I don't know her.
Oh, okay.
But I'm loving her stuff.
Do you know her?
I know people that know her.
I'm loving her stuff.
No.
I'm loving her stuff. I stumbled across her during this week, and I've been banging tunes of hers all day, every day since. So if you get a chance, look out for Mahalia. One of her big tunes at the moment, single is Sober, wicked tune. Try and get the version that's on Colour's show. That one's the one.
Is that the one you guys sent?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Feeling it, man.
Mm.
And if you want to get at me, Simple Simon FB on Twitter. I'm there.
Yosh.
Yo, at Big Wahala on Twitter, at Big Wahala on Insta. check out a blog called A Cup of Sin Tea. That's spelled CYN, the sin. Yeah, she's on the Low Pod. She does a blog. It's kind of, I think it's kind of meant to be like daily-ish type thing, weekly, daily-ish. But yeah, check it out anyway.
This is Mr. Wolf. Before I give my church notes, we touched on the subject about 4 episodes ago about nightclubs and what have you, and we have to give a salute to Dr. Psycho.
Yes.
Rest in peace to him. DJ for Rampage, and he was responsible for a lot of good times.
Yes.
Can I just say that Dr. Psycho is the only man that I used to see come into a rave and DJ and MC at the same time.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's the kind of thing that they do in America, and he kind of just did the thing, and he done it properly. Didn't know him personally, but I know a lot of people who are touched by his loss, and you know, our thoughts are with the family. But Hanover Grand, SW1, Rolls Breeze, to name a few.
Gas.
You know what I mean? Gas Club. Come on.
He was responsible for many a wine.
Probably many a baby too.
He was a
More
legendary
weed, more
DJ.
weed, more ganja now. More weed, more me, one ganja now. That was the tune he did with Sticky, innit?
There you go.
Give me the weed, give me the weed, give me the weed, give me the weed.
So yeah, I've got my church notes, and they're brand new church notes, people.
Can you remember them?
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, catch me on Twitter, and this is easy to remember, aka Mr. Wolf on Twitter. And no, that's Insta.
Are you gonna tell me? Did you do two
Not
new
so
ones?
easy to remember, is it?
because the other one was taken. So on Instagram it's aka Mr. Wolf. On Twitter it's aka _Mr. Wolf. Boom.
You should have done that underscore for the Insta as well.
Nah. Let's just leave it. AKA Mr. Wolf, man. On Insta, on Twitter, AKA _Mr. Wolf. Come and follow me and give me some numbers, man.
Follow him. I will follow him on Twitter.
Give me some numbers.
Well
man.
done.
When I'm cleaning windows.
Although that is the church note was actually the shout out to. That's what the church notes are. You do actually go to church. You know what the church notes are, isn't it?
Yeah.
At the end they speak out about stuff, and then the social media is the social media.
Okay.
All right. Thumbs up.
Bad man thing.
You're done now.
Insta DJ Webs, Twitter DJ Webslinger. I want to give a recommendation, if I may, please. The launch is on the 10th of November. There's be screening and panels and discussions from the 24th to the 26th of November. This event is called Women of the Lens. It's celebrating
People
women.
that get upset when their friends leave them.
Yes, it's celebrating women within digital media, film and television. Women of Black and other minorities.
British
in the
or
UK.
Oh, it's UK, yeah.
Where is it?
It will be held at the Rich Mix in Bethnal Green.
Is that not Shoreditch now?
Shoreditch, Bethnal Green Road.
You will be posting details for this on your social media, won't you?
There will be details posted on my social
He
media.
sounds quite interesting though. Still,
There will
Very
be details ahead.
You going, yeah?
I think that.
We're done.
I think after this.
What's the date, sorry?
10th.
Starts at the 10th and it runs till the 26th.
I think.
Oh, it's a long thing.
I think with this, especially in America anyway, with this new craze of we'll call it a craze, but you know, a lot of black female directors and writers and stuff is getting props now, man. Especially the Ava woman with the locks.
Finally,
That
this
Ava
is
woman.
happening.
Is it Ava? I don't know.
Ava Dufresne.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce her surname. She's doing.
Is it
really.
Dufresne? It's not
Not
Dufresne.
too afraid.
It's not. I said Dufresne. I don't think it's Dufresne.
Too afraid.
It was, you got her, you got Issa, you got the writer for what's that? That
Grey's Anatomy.
no, not her. Well, her also, but the writer for the guy that does the Asian guy that has the thing on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
She won a couple of awards
She
too,
won a
and she
couple of
got
awards
she got
at
a new
Emmy,
she got a
yeah.
new couple of shows coming out as well. It's getting big for the ladies.
What is the Grey's Anatomy woman's name?
Shonda
Rhimes.
Shonda Rhimes. How to get away with murder.
I am fully waiting for Black Panther.
Go on,
Have
Steph.
we all done our church notes? Go on, Steph.
Okay. Stavros says this week. Stavros says is a section where I big up something and I tell you to go and look for it. And this week it's going to be for all the fans of the streets, people that were sad when his 5-album stint came to an end. Mike Skinner, as far as I was concerned, made the best album of the last 20 years or so, or since this millennium. and he's back now.
What?
He's back.
Don't lie.
He's back.
I just thought about him today, actually.
Under a new guise. I've been pumping. He's been back for a couple of months actually.
Is it?
Under the title, The Darker the Shadow, The Brighter the Light.
Wow.
So, and he's going on tour as well.
Wow.
I think under the Streets moniker. So if you search for The Darker the Shadow, The Brighter the Lights, he's got an album's worth of music already on Spotify and Tidal and whatnot. It's about 14 or so songs. So it's basically an album's worth of music. He's gone. It's in the same vein, same thing, same kind of music, same. So, anyways, if you're a fan of the streets, if you're a fan of lyrics, and you like the good thing, just go search it out. And that is my recommendation for this week. And the recommendation was from Stavros Boss, and you can find me at Stavros Boss on all your social media. You can find us collectively at ESN Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. Search for Eloquently Saying Nothing on Facebook. And please hashtag ESN Pod whenever you discuss us so we can find it and respond to you. Also, we'd be very grateful if you could rate and review us and share our podcast with your friends and family, the people that you care about, not the ones you don't care about. Goodbye, guys. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week. Or you'll hear us later.
And before I go, I did not shit on the windowsill. And if you ain't saying nothing, say it, bro.
Slag for toilet seat windowsill.
Top seat.
Did you not know that was you, fam?
Wasn't me.
Yeah, but did you not know everybody was saying it was you?
No, I didn't know everybody was saying it was me.
So
but
this is a revelation for you.
It's a revelation.
I'm glad.
This is a public service announcement.
It's a revelation.
I would like to let you know that if you have any young children that are in the vicinity while you're going to play this podcast, there is swearing and foul language. So at the end. You can cut that and put it in the show.
Just a correction. The launch of Women and the Wings will be in person.
So you said that completely in place.
No.